Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind Your Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind Your Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Happy Tuesday. Glad to have you guys back in on the stream tonight. The Boston Celtics looking to close it out in 5 tonight in their first-round series against the Philadelphia 76ers. This game is taking place in the TD Garden. If you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. The Celtics, perfect all-time, 28-0 when leading a playoff series 3-1. They have never lost a playoff series going up with a 3-1 advantage. Philadelphia has never won a playoff series trailing 3-1. They're 0-15 all-time, trailing 3-1 in the playoff series. Celtics winning 2 straight games in a row, a humongous win for Boston on Sunday as they spoiled Joel Embiid's return game, a 32-point victory, the second time that's happened so far for Boston against Philly. And the Celtics last Tuesday, it was not their game in their lone loss in the series in Game 2 last Tuesday, looking for redemption 1 week later tonight for the Celtics. What's good? Hockey, Emil, Daniel, Bent Needle, glad to have you guys back in the stream for this one. Celtics come in 10.5-point favorites tonight on the line on their home court, trying to close it out tonight. And last game, it was just absolutely amazing what the Celtics did. Incredible defense, physicality, and super deep right down the lineup. Celtics, as a team, poured in over 50 bench points. They had 57 total points off the bench. Peyton Pritchard played a playoff game of his life, a career high for Peyton Pritchard, coming off a 32-point game, drilling 6 threes, 0 turnovers to 5 assists. He was lights out in the victory on Sunday. Celtics dominated 128-96, and Celtics did it through their defense, making things physical, locking down Philadelphia. Philadelphia struggled at taking a lot of one-on-one, low-percentage jump shot looks, and they were breaking them left and right. The Sixers limited to 41% from the floor. Celtics shot 48% in the game. And a huge difference maker was a rebound. Celtics were plus 21 on the glass, 51-30. And Philadelphia could not box out to save their lives. Celtics took advantage of it. Celtics were crashing the glass all game long. Boston led the offensive rebound category, 14-6. And then the bench was rocking. They had 12 different scores. Peyton Pritchard, he was absolutely incredible, dropping down a playoff career high 32 points. Jason Tatum, 30 points, 11 assists, 7 rebounds. I mean, this man's coming off an Achilles injury for Tatum. Only 20 games in to his return for Tatum. He's put it up 30 points. I mean, it's amazing what these guys have done for the Celtics squad. Brad Stevens, around an hour ago, was named Executive of the Year in the NBA. Just incredible roster construction, how this team has been built, players knowing their roles, stepping up every single game. Jaylen Brown, MVP level season, playing like an MVP in the playoffs. He had 20 points, 7 rebounds, 3 made threes in the last game, and then everybody chipping in, like right down the lineup. Jordan Walsh locking down Tyrese Maxey with his defense for Jordan Walsh. Baylor Sharman comes out and is capable of drilling a 3, locking down whoever he defends on the defensive end for Sharman. Derek White is going to make up for it with his defense. He had a steal and 2 blocks in the last game. Derek White is just him and Paul Pierce, guys in the playoffs that, or guys in a single season plus the playoffs that have drilled over 200 plus threes, plus have 100 plus blocks and 90 plus steals. Those names in the list, single season for regular season plus playoffs: Derek White plus Paul Pierce. Derek White 2024, 2026, Paul Pierce 2002. The only 3 guys to do it. Just even though he hasn't had a great offensive season for him, he has been able to make up for it with his defense, and gives 110% effort on the defensive side of the floor. Yeah, a lot of Philly fans thought that Joel Embiid would just be the game changer of the series. Joel Embiid winning the offense, it just looks completely slower with him out there. So that allows the Celtics to get set back defensively, and they already know with that extra time that they're just going to lock up Philadelphia. And also with Embiid back, it takes away shot attempts by Maxey. So that's tough for Philly, because Embiid was just he was baited into shooting jump shots, and he kept on breaking jump shots. Like it takes a while to get it back in your system. With like a MVP caliber type player in the past when he's available, but like he missed 2 weeks of being out. Like you just can't flip a switch like that. It's kind of funny. I remember, I think it was 2022. Yeah, the year that the Celtics swept Brooklyn. And that series was close. So Boston swept Brooklyn. I believe all 4 victories were like by a combined 18 points or something. Jason Tatum won game 1 at the buzzer on a game-winning layup. So that series was close. And then Ben Simmons hadn't been playing in that series. And then Ben Simmons was rolled out right before the start of game 4. And people on the stream, the game previous, game 3, thought that Ben Simmons for Brooklyn was going to single-handedly change that series and give the Celtics a fight in the second half of the series. Like I said it on the last stream, the best ability is availability. And you get a guy with Joel Embiid that misses games, misses critical games, and then comes back and is rusty shooting the ball. It's going to be tough to win those games. Michael, welcome back in. Beverly, thanks for joining in. So yeah, Joel Embiid, with him being back, I think it was actually a big benefit for the Celtics, especially in the defensive side of the floor, because they looked a whole lot slower offensively. Philadelphia did, and they were just settling in for jump shots, and they kept on missing. Celtics have so many good defenders that they're just throwing bodies out on Embiid, and he just kept on settling for deep jumpers and kept on breaking those. And then once the Celtics get the rebound, they're going to play their style, and they're going to find an open man and knock down shots, and that's exactly what they did. Peyton Pritchard stepping into wide open threes left and right. Jason Tatum, man, his playmaking has been incredible for him. 11 assists in the last game. Like, he's making it look so easy on the floor, making all the right decisions for JT. Like, when he's come back, he's not forced anything. Like, he's making all the right decisions instead of the, like, former JT from, like, 3-4 years ago, when he was a younger version of Tatum back in like 2022. He would force shots. He would try to make these tough shots. This season, once he's come back, he has seen the game at a whole another level. Like, being out for those 60 games for Tatum, even though he loves to play basketball, loves the game, and it was rough to see him out for those 60 games. Like, just watching and learning that, and just watching and being able to, like, gain the vision of, like, what's open out there, and being able to do that, like, and Tatum was able to watch for 60 games and be able to build that vision and build his knowledge instead of constantly playing. Like, I think that's, like, a key component as well. Like sometimes when I'm not streaming, I'm usually, like, trying to better my craft myself, and, like, watching, like, other games at night, trying to listen to, like, other announcers to, like, hear, like, their craft and stuff like that. So there is a benefit to, like, sitting out and watching those 60 plus games, and his encore vision has been sensational so far. What's good, Vegas? Welcome back in. Thanks for joining in. Fresh Socks, glad to have you in the stream from Roslindale. Welcome in. Wow, I went to college not too far away from Roslindale, up on 138 Great Blue Ave. Great Blue Ave, graduate at Curry back, like, 2017, 9 years ago now. Coming up on 9 years, I graduated from Curry. Yeah, Jason Tatum's incredible, his stats in the playoffs. Saw he's putting up like 8.5 assists per game, averaging around 22. His rebounds been incredibly high, almost like double-digit rebound numbers for him. It's awesome. Like, before it's said and done tonight, he might have a triple-double. Anastasia, welcome back. Reynold, thanks for joining in. Reynold liking the Sixers tonight. Best of luck to Philadelphia out here for this one. The Celtics team just so deep. And the scary part about it is that they can still get, like, more out of their guys too. It's been basically the Jays that's carried them throughout the playoffs, and in the last game, Peyton Pritchard alongside Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, he pops off. That's the scary part about it, is Peyton Pritchard just popped off for 32 points. He's capable of doing like that, like 1, 2, potentially even 3 games a series, and things could look better if the Celtics get Derek White with a huge game. I mean, that's going to be massive for his confidence. He is due for one. Derek White's averaging just 8.8 points per game in the playoffs, only 31% shooting. That's half his season average at 16.5. He's had a down season shooting, only like 33% from 3, 24% in the playoffs. But even though it's been poor shooting for him and not much scoring, he always makes up for it on the defensive end of the floor for him. And he's due for a big game. Yeah, the most points that he scored is 11 in Game 3 on Sunday. So that's the most points he scored in the series. Last time he had a 20-plus point game was against Phoenix back in mid-March, March 16th, 21 points. So yeah, he is well past due for a big-time performance, 20-point-plus games someday, somehow, in these playoffs for D. White. I think it could possibly come tonight for him. He always plays better at home than on the road, so this could be the night for Derek White if he's getting like more looks, more opportunities for him. And that's going to be a big confidence booster if they're able to get him going because they're up 3-1 like that. How much that propels their confidence going into the next series, that would be huge. And just got to come out and play like they're hungry, like they did the last game for Boston. Don't give this Philadelphia team any signs of life, because if Philly wins this game, it's 3-2. It's going back to Philly, and then Philly's playing at home, a chance to force a Game 7 on Saturday. Yeah, Game 6 would be on Thursday. So, yeah, you don't want to give this Philadelphia team signs of life if you're the Celtics. Tip-off, I believe, is at 7:12. So 6 minutes away from tip-off. For Philly, they're going to have to get something out of VJ Edgecombe. VJ Edgecombe, excellent in a Game 2 victory. He shot 6 for 10 from the perimeter. VJ Edgecombe in the 3 losses for Philly, 0 for 16 from 3. Like, this has been a completely, like, Jekyll and Hyde series with a 3-ball for Philadelphia. Celtics drilled 24 threes the last game. a franchise high, one shy of the playoff high. That was a franchise playoff record for the Celtics. This Philadelphia team, the lone game that they won off from three. They were 19 for 39 from three, 49% from three. The three losses, they've been horrific. 25 for 88, 28% from three. And yeah, that's what's determined the series has been the three ball. Plus the rebounding by Philly was non-existent on Sunday. If you're doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Going to be tipping off in around 5 minutes from now. Hit us up in the chat. Who you guys like to win this one, Celtics or Sixers? Celtics, perfect all time, a 28-0 when they've led the series up 3-1. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, 15 NBA playoff series wins together. They're 7-1 in first-round series as teammates since 2017. And both of them having just a solid playoff first-round series between the two Jays. It's those two guys that's been the most consistent, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, with 20-plus point games all over the map. And then Peyton Pritchard able to pop off the last game. And if the Celtics get more guys in double figures, then watch out. Yeah, I didn't even talk about Kata. Yeah, Kata hasn't really been a factor so far this playoff series, and that's because he's gotten into deep foul trouble early on. So he's capable of having big games too. So this Celtic squad, it's kind of different from what they have been scoring in the regular season because they were just so balanced top to bottom that they were putting like 5, 6, 7 guys in double figures at times per night. Whereas throughout this series, it's been just basically a duo carrying the team with Tatum and Brown. But like any type of game, they're capable of putting 5, 6 guys in double figures. And this could be the night since they're playing at home and that they're trying to bring back that balance to help them out get into the next round. What's good, George? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, Celtics looking to wrap it up tonight. Be huge if they do that. They'd have a huge advantage in their next series. That Hawks-Knicks series, that could go on for a very long time, possibly a Game 7. Hawks and Knicks are taking place tonight, so I'll keep you guys posted on that score. That's going to tip off in around an hour. Blazers-Spurs, that's the night game tonight. And already one team has advanced over to the second round. Congratulations to OKC. They swept Phoenix last night, Oklahoma City in round number 2. And Denver able to take one from Minnesota, so that's going into a Game 6 in that series. And then yesterday I streamed Pistons and Magic. Magic are up 3-1 in the series. Interesting. Celtics on the radio, if you're from the Boston area. Oh, the Bruins are playing at the same time. That's why. So it's probably on, I think it's 105.7 WROR. I believe that's what it is if you're from the Boston area. If you're from South Coast, Mass. Actually, I'm just gonna see if I can. I don't know if it comes through the app or so, but yeah, if you're from South Coast, Mass, my good company can take care of you with that at WSAR Radio. That's 1480 on the dial on the AM. That's in South Coast, Mass. I believe they have it on the app too. I just have to listen. I'm just going to mute this for a second so I can listen back. Yeah, so they actually have it on the app too. Yeah, my workplace has like a app that we have, and it gets coverage through that. So Sean Grandy, Cedric Maxwell, the play-by-play guys that do Celtics radio network games. Everybody available for tonight's matchup. So nobody out. Joel Embiid back, his second game back. Yeah, things going pretty well. Marcus, welcome in on the stream. Yeah, good question. I would like to see the Hawks there in round 2. I think the Hawks would be a better matchup for the Celtics. Knicks have some size that could be an issue. It also, they've had clutch play in the past, but not so much in that series against Atlanta so far. Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre Jr., Paul George, and Joel Embiid. That's the starting five for Philly. Celtics with Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Sam Hauser, Jason Tatum, and Neemias Queta, the starting five for Boston. Celtics got the same jersey that I'm wearing tonight. The black uniforms, green numbers, green letters, white outline for tonight's game for the Celtics. Philadelphia goes in the white jerseys tonight. Jason Tatum, he is ready to get rocking tonight at the TD Garden. Yeah, Celtics and Bruins playing on the same night with one another. Jason Tatum just so big in this playoff series. He had the clutch dagger 3 to seal the victory in game number 3. Jason Tatum coming off a double-double, 30 points, 11 assists in the last game. Celtics perfect when leading 3-1 in a playoff series. Philadelphia winless at 0-18 all-time when trailing 3-1 in the playoffs. If you're doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, or ring the notification bell as well. Here we go. Celtics, Sixers at the TD Garden. Boston going right to left on the floor. Philadelphia going left to right. It is Queta and Embiid going up for the opening tip, and Philadelphia controls the opening tip. First possession of the night as the Sixers have it. Tyrese Maxey at the edge of the midcourt logo. Working on Derek White. Lobs it over to Embiid. Embiid at the elbow takes on Queta. Embiid jumper deep 2. No good. Off the rim short to rebound secured by Tatum. Excellent defensive possession to begin for the Celtics. Joel Embiid, just like he did in the last game, baited into a deep, low percentage jump shot to begin tonight. And the Celtics misfire on the shot as it gets rebounded back to Philly. That was off the mark by Derek White on the first shot attempt of the game. Maxey had the baseline off the double. Sent it outside. Embiid did not want to step into the 3. Sent it off to George for the 3. It tickles the twine and delivers on the triple. First bucket tonight going to Philadelphia. Joel Embiid credit with that assist. Dark Eye Lowlander, thanks for joining in. Jonel Albert, welcome back in. Derek White at the top of the key off the Tatum screen. Dribbles up inside. White runner connects on it. Good sign to see. First score tonight goes to D. White. I talked about that in the pregame, and I think that's what the Celtics' offensive game plan is that they're going to try to do is free up Derek White for some more looks to see if he can build confidence into the next round. Quarter jumper skipped around the rim and out. Missed by Oubre on a wide open 3 as the Celtics control the defensive rebound. Jason Tatum, edge in the midcourt logo, screen set by Queta, dribbles up, right past George, bounce pass behind his back, sets up Brown. Brown takes on Oubre, 8 on the timer. Jaylen Brown, spin cycle, jumper, mid-range, left it short. Had a pretty good look, and again, Derek White was wide open in the corner, but that time Jaylen Brown pulled up for the 13-foot J. Maxey, bounce pass behind his back off to Embiid, into the hands to Oubre. Oubre drives inside the key over Brown, got a tough one to float it up and score for 2. Got to tip your cap to that bucket right there by Kelly Oubre Jr. Jaylen Brown just an inch shorter off the vertical as he tried to block it. Queta at the top of the key, slides it out to the wing into the hands to Tatum. Tatum, 12 in the timer, gets past George, launches the 3 off the back rim, no good. Tatum, tap out over to Hauser for the offensive rebound. Hauser from deep range off the pull-up, missed off the mark, rebound secure by Embiid. Philly with possession. Celtics taking some tough shots to begin this game. Quarter jumper, Paul George again buries the triple. Paul George on point to start things off. 2 for 2 from the perimeter. 6 points for him to begin. Jaylen Brown inside the key, bumped into, fouled. It's on Oubre who picks up the personal. Albert, thanks for joining in. Ronald, welcome back in. Just getting started tonight. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Tatum, far side front court, inbound goes to Brown. Jaylen Brown towards his right, and it's an offensive foul charged to Hauser. So Sam Hauser trying to set up the screen to free up Jaylen Brown off the dribble, but got called in the offensive foul. Tyrese Maxey slides it off on top into the hands of George. He takes the three off the back rim, no good. A rebound goes to Tatum. Celtics with possession. Tatum gets past one defender, dribbles up at the elbow, back outside of Brown. Finds Tatum at the wing. Up fake, takes on Embiid one-on-one. 10 on the shot clock. Jason Tatum. Step back over Embiid from the corner off the back rim, no good. A rebound halted by Oubre. Yeah, Celtics just settling right now for their shots. They cannot buy a bucket to begin. 1 for 6 from the floor. Tough shot. Edgecombe off the mid-range, no good. Tapped out to Queta as the Celtics have numbers up the floor. White into the hands to Brown. Brown accelerates downhill to the cup. Brown off balance, floats it up and missed off the mark as it sailed out of bounds as he was looking to pass it to Queta down low. Yeah, Celtics a little bit out of sorts right now to begin this game. Yeah, Derek White's had a tough season. He's taken a dip offensively for him this year. So he's been asked to do a whole lot bigger of a role for him. But Tatum's come back, but still hasn't been able to find his groove for Derek White this year. Tatum gets past one defender, kick out, corner, Brown, up fake, baseline dribble, right to the rack. Oh, it's too easy. Jaylen Brown, slam dunk, uncontested at the rim. 4-point game. Philly pulls up on a 3 and Embiid off the mark. Tatum tips it up to Hauser for the defensive rebounds. That is way too easy. Here goes Jaylen Brown again. Shovel pass. Queta outside at Tatum. 3 left short. Deflected up to George for the defensive rebound. Bounce pass up the court. Edgecombe. He's going to slow down the possession. Back outside to Maxey. Celtics struggling with their deep shots to begin this game. Spin cycle. Maxey mid-range pull up. Got it. That was a sick move right there inside the key, defended by Queta from Maxey for the 2. 6-point lead for Philly. Derek White at the top of the key, pulls up from deep on a 3, skidded off the rim, short to rebound, secured by Maxey. Yeah, Celtics right now just settling way too much from 3. They're getting back to their old habits. They're not balancing out the shots. Embiid break the 3 off the back rim. Rebound secured by Tatum. Up the floor finds White. White dribbles back out to the perimeter. Circles around. Shovel past Queta. Queta bobbled it. Moves it back outside to Brown. Yeah, I think this is a game that you need Jaylen Brown to start to attack the paint. Derek White, pocket pass. Queta. Rudder. Got it. Good for 2. That was a sweet runner right there. Excellent assist by Derek White. 4-point game. Gotta go to the paint if you're Boston. Philadelphia struggling as well. 4 for 11 from the floor by Philly. Celtics 0 for 5 from 3. Philly 2 for 7 from the perimeter. Missed 3, make it 2 for 8 now for Philly as Maxey missed the corner jumper. Celtics with possession. Jaylen Brown takes on Maxey. Spin cycle. At the right block, Jaylen Brown trying to bully Maxey. His pass broke it up on top off the fingertips of Queta, collected by Embiid with a steal. Not much stoppages so far either. Embiid keeps on jump shooting, keeps on bricking. And the Celtics will burn a timeout. Philadelphia has gotten the worst version of the Boston Celtics to start off this game. The Celtics settling for way too many perimeter shots to start off. Eventually, they're going to start to attack, and then it's going to be game over. Timeout on the floor taken by Joe Mazzulla. Celtics going to see if they can make their adjustments during this timeout. Get to the rim, attack. And we'll see if they do that once we get back. Alright, if you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. What in the world is Joel Embiid doing out there? Like, just pulling up on jumpers from the perimeter and missing those. Like, you gotta take it to the rim, bro. If Joel Embiid takes the ball to the rim, Philadelphia's up like 16-4 right now. Joel Embiid 0 for 4 from the floor, 0 for 3 from 3. Like, this is a guy that missed 2 straight weeks due to injury. He's rusty, comes on back, and thinks that he can overpower the Celtics by jump shooting it from the outside. Nada. That's not going to happen. Low percentage shots all over the map by Embiid, and because of Embiid's poor play, the Celtics are right now in this game down by just 4, instead of, they honestly should be trailing 16-4. Like, the Celtics are trying to get their shots to work, and they can't. They've had the looks. They just can't make their threes right now. But since they can't make their threes right now, that doesn't mean they're not going to make their threes coming back after the timeout if Peyton Pritchard checks in. Here's a guy that drilled 6 threes in the last game. Like, he can flip the game on its switch all of a sudden. This game is on ESPN if you're trying to watch it. Welcome in Juju on the channel. Brian, welcome in. Thanks for joining in from Old Saybrook. Yeah, nice area out there. We went past Old Saybrook like just over a week ago. I was on vacation out in Springfield, and then we went from Springfield, Mass, Western Mass, out to Pez in Orange, Connecticut. Then we took 95 back and stayed overnight in Mystic. So yeah, I went through a lot of good coastal towns over there. We stopped in Madison at a wildlife refuge. Really nice area of the state. They have so much to do in that area, like bottom half of Connecticut. So yesterday, I don't know if you guys saw this short that I posted. This kind of shocked me. So I posted my short clip to the Jamal Cain poster dunk last night. My honest opinion, I thought it was a pretty good call. And if I don't think that it's a good call, well, I ain't posting the short video. So this was one of the comments that somebody posted on my short video to the Jamal Cain Magic poster dunk from last night. The comment is, quote, "Bro, you had no excitement after that dunk. It was insane." And then I look at the comment later today. It's +8 on the thumbs up for that. And then the next comment is, quote, "What a terrible call." And then there was a reply from that, quote, "From the dude talking right." Like, I thought it was one heck of a call that I did from the Jamal Cain poster dunk. It kind of caught me off guard because the guy took it coast to coast for a slam dunk. And it was, I believe it was like midway into the third quarter during that dunk. So it wasn't like this it's the dunk of the year, of course, but it wasn't this like huge massive play with implications in like the final minute left to go. Like, I was stunned to see that. We get a basket from the corner by Philadelphia as Edgecombe buries the 3. 13-8 now. Celtics previous to that just scored, as that was a bucket, as Brown's got 4 right now. Tatum, 15-footer straight away off the mark, no good. A rebound secured by Oubre. Yeah, I was shocked to see that. I'm like, yep, that's the classic internet for you. Tyrese Maxey at the elbow, bounce pass behind his back into the hands to Embiid. Sets up Oubre as he takes the 3 straight away. Bricked off the back rim, a rebound goes to Tatum. Maybe during the next timeout, I'll do a call that's not so great for that dunk or so. Tatum gets downhill right to the cup, scores the layup. 3-point game right now, 13-10. Tatum on the board, he's got 2. Maxey, pocket pass Embiid, jumper, 13-footer, connects on it. So finally, Joel Embiid able to get one to drop instead of hovering out on the perimeter, thinking that he can jack up threes all game. Brown, off fake, down low. Jaylen Brown rolls around the rim, no good. Couldn't convert. Embiid controls the defensive rebound. Sixers up the floor. Edgecombe missed a runner, deflected into the hands to Brown. Celtics just can't score. Plenty of time to change that, though. Jaylen Brown, 101, takes on George, and the outside finds Tatum. Tatum dribbles up fake Tatum. Tatum bobbled it, got it back, attacks downhill. Jason Tatum scores the 2. He was looking for a foul call, couldn't get it, but either way, finished the play, puts his team winning 3. Under 4 minutes left to go in the first. Maxey, 15-footer straight away off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Keita. And Philadelphia is just making it so difficult with these tough shots that they're attempting. Jaylen Brown bricked the 3. The rebound secured by Oubre. Yeah, eventually the Celtics are going to hit. The Celtics have generated the looks. They just cannot line them up. They just cannot hit so far. Philadelphia is attempting so many tough shots, just like that one. Embiid falling backwards inside the paint. Bricked off the back rim. Rebound goes to Tatum. Peyton Pritchard. Lob over the top. Keita missed the slam dunk. Got it back and puts it through for the buckets. Philadelphia quit right there defensively. 1-point game. Maxey comes off the screen, fires the three. They cannot hit anything. Put this team to play up in Mount Washington, breaking shots 6,000 feet above sea level. That's what it looks like with 130-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Jaylen Brown working his way down low. Runner, got it, foul. Working on Edgecombe, and one. Coming up at the free throw line for Jaylen Brown. There we go. Celtics with a 1-point lead. Ron, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in, man. Hernan, welcome in. Liking Vooch tonight for 6. We're going to take a timeout on the floor. 1 free throw coming up after the timeout by Jaylen Brown. Celtics finally start to get into a rhythm. 6-0 run for Boston. Like, they've had the looks. They're just cold shooting the ball. And eventually these shots are going to drop. Peyton Pritchard's yet to attempt a shot so far tonight. But when he gets his shots off, watch out. Jaylen Brown, that, like, you need an MVP type performance by the MVP on your team this season to win you this game. And Jaylen Brown certainly is doing that right now. When the threes aren't dropping, then Jaylen Brown's attacking. How about this stat line? This is insane. We're still in the first quarter. Keita's got 9 rebounds. Like, the ball is constantly getting tipped up to Keita on the defensive glass. Keita's got 9 rebounds in the first quarter. Philadelphia is just breaking shots. Like, they're taking terrible shots. Like, everything is all, like, deep contested looks, one-on-one, iso ball possessions, trying to shoot over one defender. That's not going to work. You got to pass the basketball and have movement and get it to the open man. (16-9). Celtics lead the rebounds. Tatum has 5 rebounds. If you took Keita over rebounds, I'm pretty sure that already hit in this first quarter. If his over was at 8.5, that hit. If that was his over already. And Celtics know the code tonight. They're leading in on guys like Keita and Brown to score buckets. And that's a bad sign for Philadelphia. If Keita's getting himself well past double figures tonight, that's a bad sign for Philly, because Keita's been a non-factor with foul trouble in this series. Tonight, Keita knows that he needs to play better, and he is redeeming himself tonight. Like, the scary part about the Celtics team is that they beat Philly twice by 32, and that Derek White struggled in every single game of the series offensively. Keita has been a non-factor in deep foul trouble, but the Celtics' depth just makes up all for it, and that everybody plays just such a key role on this team, and it's like next man up mentality. If you guys are doing a stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. There was a possession that Keita missed an alley-oop jam, and then he came back down with the rebounds, and he scored off a putback, and nobody was even there to defend Keita. Like, that's basically this series in a nutshell, where Philadelphia is not hustling to do anything. So Jaylen Brown's going to have 1 free throw at the line. And the shot missed. The rebound secured by Drummond. Philadelphia 5 on the floor. Drummond, George, Oubre, Maxey, and Quentin Grimes. Handoff goes to Maxey. Maxey defended by Jordan Walsh. Runner. Maxey inside. Akia swishes it. Vucevic on the floor alongside Pritchard, Brown, Jordan Walsh, and Baylor Sharman. Peyton Pritchard Burst of speed, dribble, drive, kick, corner, three, Baylor. Sherman connects on it. Trifecta for the perimeter. First made three of the night by the Celtics, going to Baylor Sherman off the bench. Everybody playing a key role on this team, top to bottom, going 10 guys deep. Maxey at the low block, takes on Walsh. Walsh poked it away. Maxey regains it. Maxey backs his way to Walsh. Tough shot, mid-range, drills the two. Wow, you got to tip your cap off to Tyrese Maxey on that possession to knock down that shot. Peyton Pritchard. Free throw circle outside Vooch. Vooch working on Drummond. Kick out to the wing. Into the hands to Sharman. Dribbles up outside Vooch in the corner. Back out to the perimeter. Into the hands to Pritchard. Pritchard gets past one defender. Drives on Drummond. Fall away low block. Reynolds in the two. Peyton Pritchard makes it look so easy. 2-point lead for the Celtics. Peyton Pritchard. He looks fresh. Like faster than everybody else on the floor. Maxey takes the jumper off the back rim, no good. Brown collects the defensive rebound. 90 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. Jaylen Brown at the top of the key. Backs his way in Maxey at the free throw circle. Brown, kick out, corner. Vooch launches the jumper off the back rim, no good. Huge offensive rebound. Secure by Jordan Walsh with a new 14 in the timer. Jaylen Brown, spin cycle, kick out, corner, Vucevic, three, a rainbow, off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by George with one arm. Philly with possession, down by 2. It's been a grind of a start to this game. Celtics struggling to knock down shots. Philadelphia, in general, taking the toughest shots that you can imagine, as that's another one. Pull-up jumper, one-on-one at the elbow. Paul George bricked it off the back rim. Nothing has looked easy for shots for Philly. Peyton Pritchard has that at the edge of the midcourt logo. Takes on Grimes. Screen set by Vooch. Pritchard towards his right. Takes on Drummond off a mismatch 101. Bounce pass Vooch. Vucevic dribbles. Drives right down the lane inside. And he dunks it with a slam. Nikola Vucevic right to the roof shack. Tears it down with authority. 4-point lead right now for the Celtics. Holy smokes, Nikola Vucevic. Maxey dribbles, drives, gets past Pritchard right to the cup, lays it up and in with a left-hand layup. 2-point game right now. As we are down to 10 seconds left to go. Jaylen Brown past midcourt. Everybody knows that this ball is going to go to Pritchard, right? Or will it go to Brown? Brown inside the key. Jaylen Brown kick out wing, and no, it goes to Vucevic off the rim, shorts. Had a good look at it on a 3, but couldn't bury it. And at the end of the opening quarter, Celtics lead by 2, 23-21. You know, things are good when Nikola Vucevic dunks it on you. First bucket off the bench to close out the quarter by Vooch. He's got 2. Celtics off the bench with 7 bench points. Philadelphia off the bench with 0. If you're doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, or ring the notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. And, wow. Competitive right now. Celtics got a good chance to pull away. If Philadelphia is attempting the shots that they're attempting, the Celtics are going to pull away sooner rather than later because their defense is locking up Philly. And Philly is not generating any good looks. The Celtics have generated good looks. It's just they cannot make those good looks. Oh, wow. That's awesome. So Tatum and Pritchard known each other since high school. That's great. Yeah, I saw somebody posted on Twitter yesterday Peyton Pritchard college highlight videos. And yeah, Peyton Pritchard was always good. That was what the video was about. And it was he was drilling insane shots like 30-footers back in college. He had a game winner against Washington. Unfortunately, he was drafted so low. Part of the reason why is there was no NCAA tournament that year. So he was a senior when it was the COVID year in 2020, and he would have gone off in the tournament. It was a game against Washington. He had a game-winning shot to win the game from like 30 feet out. Wow, that's awesome. Brian Sees Ray Allen all the time. That's incredible. Yeah, this past winter I actually covered Ray Allen's son's game. So Ray Allen's son plays for Emerson for college basketball. And one of the teams that I broadcast for, Wheaton College, Mass., they were hosting Emerson back in the winter. And I was on the call for that game. Through one quarter, it's basically balanced so far. Jaylen Brown with 6 points, 4 points each by Queta and Tatum. Queta, mistake correction on the stats. I had said 9 during the last timeout. That's what the ESPN stats said. They rescinded a rebound away from Queta. I'm pretty sure it was the rebound that he dunked it and he missed the dunk. So they took away that rebound off the stat line from Queta. So Queta has 8 rebounds currently, not 9. Tatum with 4. Tatum has 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Derek White with 2. He's got 1 assist off the bench. Pritchard with 2. Pritchard with 3 assists. And Baylor Sharman has the lone 3 in the game. Celtics are shooting just 1 for 3 from 3-point range. And despite that, they're up by 2. Just a testament to how incredible this defense is for Boston. Tyrese Maxey, 8 points. Paul George with 6. Embiid just 2 points. 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Joel Embiid just 1 for 6 shooting from the floor. Missed jumper by Tatum from the perimeter as we start off the second. Joel Embiid at the top of the key takes on Luka Garza. First time in the court tonight for Garza. Quentin Grimes drives, gets past Tatum. Bounce pass on top. Embiid, a jumper over Garza. Skipped around the rim and out. Rebound secured by Tatum. 6th rebounds for Jason Tatum tonight. Peyton Pritchard on the floor alongside Tatum, White, Walsh, and Garza. Tatum towards his right off the Garza screen. Bounce pass behind his back. Sets up Garza on a pop-up 3 off the mark. No good. White tried to come away with it with an offensive rebound. Got deflected to Grimes, though. At the top with Embiid. He just keeps on settling for terrible shots. Handoff Maxey. Huge collision. It's an offensive foul on Joel Embiid. Jordan Walsh gets knocked down. Joel Embiid picks up the personal. Oh, that's going to hurt in the morning. Man, Jordan Walsh trying to come around the screen. Took one from a brick wall on Joel Embiid off the illegal screen. Massive collision there. Celtics have the basketball. Garza, handoff. Pritchard, speedy, drives an Embiid right to the rim. Scores, count it, and 1. Coming up in the free throw line for Peyton Pritchard. Joel Embiid getting destroyed defensively, but the smallest guy in the court, Peyton Pritchard, who drives right at him, scores it, and 1, baby. Peyton Pritchard just looks so much faster than everybody else on the floor. Free throw is good. Like, if he's looking fast right now, imagine how fast he's going to look when the Celtics have 1 full week of rest when the Knicks and Hawks are still going on to a Game 7. Joel Embiid now with 2 back-to-back fouls. Embiid, spin cycle, takes on Garza at the rim, scores up and in off the window. 3-point game, 10.5 left to go before halftime. Peyton Pritchard, crosses the timeline, takes on Edgecombe, drives at Edgecombe. At the mid-block, Pritchard, shovel, Garza, rudder, 15-footer, connects on it. 5-point advantage for the Celtics. Barry, welcome in. Creative, thanks for joining in. 12 zip bench points for Boston. Joel Embiid off the double team. White and Garza defending Embiid on top. Edgecombe fires the 3 off the back rim, no good. A rebound deflected to Dominic Barlow for the offensive rebound. Grimes going to slow it down. Out to the elbow. Into the hands to Embiid. Embiid off 1 foot. Rattled in. Got the jumper. It was more so White for that. He makes up for it with his defense. Definitely not Pritchard. Pritchard had a rough first 2 games. He has found himself big time. He's just faster than everybody else. Look at that. Right to the rim. Scores an easy layup. 5-point advantage right now for the Celtics. Peyton Pritchard, 9 minutes, 7 points now. Perfect 3 for 3. Maxey off to Embiid. Into the hands to Grimes. Lobs it over to Embiid. Embiid off the double team, gets it away to Grimes. Grimes drives inside the key, pass deflected, intercepted by Tatum. Up the floor, out to the races. Tatum right over Edgecombe, scores the 2. Celtics start a takeover right now, 7-point advantage. Quentin Grimes at the corner. He is locked down by Jordan Walsh. Bounce pass into the hands to Embiid. Embiid working on Garza off the double team, stripped and fouled. It's on to Walsh from behind. Now we'll stop with 8:52. Yeah, so I think for me in that comment last Tuesday, I was completely frustrated with the Celtics in that game. So I had seen somebody post that online about Derek White, about that post, how he was going to be like out of the league soon if he kept on playing like he had been playing. A lot of people in that post was siding with that post. Now, a lot of those people siding with that post basically are the NBA casuals that just like watch other teams and don't watch games. Like, they just watch their own team. So not a supporter of the Celtics, a different team, and then flip on the Celtics for like 5 minutes. But for what White does, he makes up for it with his defense 110%. Yeah, I actually went through the pregame. So Derek White, single season stat leaders, regular season plus playoffs all time. 2024 Derek White, 2026 Derek White, 2002 Paul Pierce. The only 3 guys in the NBA to make 200 plus threes in a single season, plus playoffs, plus 100 plus blocks, 90 plus steals. 6-point game off the free throws made by Philly. Celtics with possession. Tatum bounce pass behind his back. Sets a Vooch on a 3. A ring around a Rosie. And it drops in on the triple. Celtics start to cook right now. They have found their stroke. 17-0 bench points in favor of Boston. Embiid at the low block. Takes on Vucevic. Slides it on top. Edgecombe. Edgecombe attacks the paint over White. Draws the foul. And 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for VJ Edgecombe. Ice Baby, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, so flashback to Tuesday. I was not too happy in the game with the performance by White and Pritchard. And I was very worried about those two. Still, White has been struggling offensively, but defensively makes up for it. But Pritchard's gone off. 15 in Game 3 to answer back, and in the 32-point game the last game. And that's what Peyton Pritchard does best, is get buckets. He had a 92-point game in the Pro-Am game at one point. Like, he goes out and scores buckets. Hey, what's good? Good morning to Pepe. Thanks for joining in for the Philippines. Second free throw is good. So splitting the shot to the line was Edgecombe. 17-0 points off the bench for the Celtics. Pritchard is 7. Vucevic with 5 off the bench. It's been balanced so far by Boston. Tatum with 6. Brown with 6. Kata's got 4. Vucevic towards his right. Handoff Derek White. Turns the corner. Inside the key. White off the pivot. Scoop score. Up and in. Off the backboard. It's good for 2. 10-point lead. Largest lead now for Boston. Great sign to see Derek White. He's got 4. Paul George, baseline dribble, gets past Sharman, and he dunks it. Pritchard, on top, finds Tatum. Jason Tatum off the Vucevic screen, weaves his way inside the key. Tatum, stuck on one defender, draws the foul. It's on Dominic Barlow, who picks up the personal foul. Just a masterclass start right now for Boston. And they'd be up even more. If they were nailing their shots, this would be a total annihilation right now. Like, they're shooting only 2 for 13 from 3. But they've made up for it because they started to make their adjustments, and they are attacking and getting downhill to the rim, and they're scoring at will inside the paint. First shot's good by Tatum at the line. Celtics lead points in the paint 22-14. Last 2 games, it was from the 3-ball. Game 1, it was from the 3-ball. Game 2, they struggled from 3. And tonight, they have been struggling from 3, but they've been able to just dig deep and play downhill. Second shot was good by Tatum. 10-point lead again. Tatum 8, 6, and 3 for points, rebounds, and assists tonight. Edgecombe slides it off to George. George off the double, finds Embiid. Embiid at the low block. Joel Embiid backs his way, working on Vucevic. Embiid inside the key, blocked by Brown. Not clean, though. It's going to be a shooting foul. And Joel Embiid's going to shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's a tough foul call going against Jaylen Brown. Let's see, they're showing a replay. Oh, yeah, he did get his fingers, jammed it on the shot attempt. Yeah, that was close, but yeah, he did get the fingers. He partially got the ball, but jammed it back on the fingers of Embiid. Hey, what's good? We got Jeff on the stream. Welcome back in, brother. Man, Celtics just making this so tough for Philly to operate. First shot's good by Embiid. And you'll live with the shots that Philadelphia's attempting all game long. It's been excellent defense by the Celtics, but also it's been poor shot selection by Philly. So it's been a mix between both. And Philly's just hunting down matchups. They have made just 0 adjustments to their offense. Second free throw is good by Embiid. Yeah, Ice baby. Green Hornet, the real deal. He's big time in the car dealership industry. Tatum lines up the 3. Bullseye! Right down the chute, delivers. Jason Tatum able to net a triple. 11-point lead right now for the Celtics. 7 for 9 this quarter, coming out red hot in the second. Embiid bobbled it. Edgecombe gets it back. Outside, Grimes elevates for the J. Buries the 3. That's a huge 3 that he just stuck. 6:51 left to go before halftime. We're going to have a timeout here. Taken on the floor as Philly will burn a timeout. Wild, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in from Brazil. We got 200 plus watching. If you guys are new on the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. What a start tonight for the Celtics. That's a huge 3 there by Quentin Grimes. They're only 4 for 16 now from the perimeter. 3 for 14 for the Celtics, but the Celtics getting downhill right to the cup all game long. Since making those adjustments, they were settling in the first 6 minutes of the first quarter, and instead of settling for deep jumpers, Joe Mazzulla made the adjustments, and these guys been attacking and getting right to the rim. Plus 5 in the glass for Boston, 20-15. Points in the paint, 22-14. And not turning it over often, which is good. They have just 3 turnovers right now. Philly with 2 turnovers. Wow, this first half's been a blessing. It's gone by super fast. Like, where in the world did the first half go by? I think yesterday, because I cover Magic Pistons, there was like a foul every like 15, 20 seconds. Like a clock stoppage. And then if there was a clock stoppage, not a foul, it was a turnover. And the Pistons had something like 20 turnovers last night. Yeah, this game, we're 6:51 before half. Yeah, actually, that was the Celtics that burned a timeout. It was on the right graphic. So that was Joe Mazzulla who burned a timeout. They've burned 2 timeouts now, Philly with 1. I think I saw the graphic. I missed the colors. But yeah, that was the Celtics timeout they took. That makes sense. But hopefully they take care of business tonight, and then who knows what happens. That Hawks-Knicks game, that could possibly go 7. Celtics could get like a full week off. And during this part of the season, when you're in the playoffs, and these matchups are just incredibly physical, like, you'll benefit tremendously from the week of rest. Pritchard tonight, he's got 7 points, but all his shots have been 2s. So Pritchard's yet to attempt a 3 tonight. So he's just gone right at the defense. He scored a layup and 1 over Embiid. He scored a fall-away jumper at the low block, and then he scored another layup. So everything he's done has been inside the paint for Pritchard. Peyton Pritchard, a plus 12 on the floor, top plus in the court. 7 points in 11 minutes, 5 assists for Peyton Pritchard, 0 turnovers. 32 points, 5 assists, 0 turnovers the last game. Playing incredible basketball. Celtics 17-4 bench points. Free throw is good by Grimes. 7-point game, Celtics with possession. Derek White on the floor alongside Jason Tatum, Nikola Vucevic, Sam Hauser, and Jaylen Brown. White finds Vucevic at the wing, 8 on the timer. Hand off Hauser, comes off the screen, fires a 3 off the mark, no good. Rebound, secured by George. Sam Hauser's the only guy that's a negative currently for the Celtics. He has a -4 on the floor, no points in 6 minutes. Embiid turned it over. Tatum collects the steal. Tatum at the top of the key, off the double team. His pass broken up, intercepted. They got numbers. If they don't convert on this, here's an issue, and they score. Up and it off the backboard, it's good by Grimes. Celtics got numbers up the court. Hauser up fake. Hauser inside, no good. Got the basketball back off the block, gets it stripped away. Hauser battling for the basketball, lost it inside the key, and it got stolen by Embiid. That's one that you need to score on. They had a numbers break up the courts. Missed jumper by Philly quickly up the court. It goes back to the Celtics. Jaylen Brown at the wing of the perimeter. Drives on Oubre at the low block. Gets it away. Vucevic pops up for a 3. A laser beam from downtown. Nikola Vucevic rips down the 3 ball. 8-point lead for the Celtics. Vucevic finding his stroke. 8 points. Second made 3 in the night. Paul George at the wing. Dribbles up. Pocket pass. Embiid rolling to the hoop. Embiid scores it. Yeah, Celtics are going quickly. These guys are just not back set defensively. Brown knows it. Brown attacks. Up fake low block. Takes on George back outside. Vucevic off to Tatum. Down to 5 minutes left to go before halftime. Tatum at the top of the key. 1-on-1 takes on Edgecombe. Towards his left off the dribble. Tatum fires a 3 off the mark. And it's an offensive foul charge to Vucevic. So an illegal screen set by Vooch. It's going to go back to Philly. Samuel, welcome in. Yeah, it looks, no. So the Celtics would not play Orlando in the second rounds. Celtics would play the Hawks-Knicks winner, since, the Hawks and Knicks are on the side of that bracket. Orlando, if they win their series, they would play the Cavs-Raptors winner, because the 1 versus 8 plays the 4 versus 5, and then the Celtics are the 2. They would play the 3 versus 6 winner. Maxey drives on Keita, gets fouled. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line. What's good? Why Fortnite in the stream? Yes, I stream college basketball. Yeah, hopefully a better season coming up for BC. Hopefully able to turn things around and get back to the NCAA tournament. Yeah, they haven't been to the NCAA tournament since I've been in the 8th grade for them. So it's been a very long time. I think like the late 2000s, like 2008 was the last time they went to the tournament. Actually, one of my good friends played for BC back in the late 80s for college basketball. I've been trying to help him out. He's trying to start up his own live streaming watch party stuff. I think he's doing a live stream of the Belmont Stakes coming up soon. I think he's supposed to live stream a sports trading card event too. Free throw is good at the line. 4-point game. Derek White. Bounce pass, broke it up, and scramble for the basketball all the way in the backcourt as we got players here wrestling with the ball. Brown hitting the deck alongside Oubre. It's going to be a tie-up. Celtics will go up for the jump ball with Jaylen Brown between Kelly Oubre Jr. Play-by-play only on the channel, so I cannot show the actual game due to copyright. Ball gets tipped up to Keita. Celtics win the jump ball. Jaylen Brown at the top, steps into a three straight away, around the rim and out, tipped up. Hauser off the White, offensive rebound outside. Tatum, up fake. Tatum drives, finds White at the top, slides it off to Brown. Brown, 7 on the timer, drives on Drummond, inside the key, up fake. Brown with a right hand, no good. Pinwheeled out, rebound secured by Drummond. And Drummond at the back end of the play took a shot from Keita, who picked up the personal foul. So how the bracket is set, the Celtics are the 2 seed. So they would play the 3 versus 6 winner. So that's how the bracket's set. So if Detroit loses, it wouldn't work that way. So the Celtics would play the winner of the Hawks-Knicks. And then if the Magic win, the Magic would play the Cavs-Raptors. So that's how the bracket's set out. So it's all like bracketing. So it's not like reseeding the teams. Yeah, I know what you mean. So some sports, they do reseeding. They actually do that for NCAA Division III volleyball. When they get to the national quarterfinals, the Elite 8, they reseed the top 8 teams in the bracket 1 through 8. But yeah, they don't reseed the teams for the NBA playoffs. Both free throws good. Philly in a 12-3 run right now. Last 3:20. Tatum. Skip pass at the wing. Pritchard. 3 ball. Missed off the back rim. Offensive rebound secured by Brown. Jaylen Brown. Top of the free throw circle. Brown drives. Gets past Oubre. Up fake. Shovel pass down low. Keita with authority. Shuts the door with a 2-hand slam. Jaylen Brown got away with one right there. Clear push-off on Oubre inside the key. A no call with the referees as he shovels it off to Keita with a dunk and a foul from behind by Edgecombe. Jaylen Brown is so damn lucky. So lucky, man. Clear push-off by Jaylen Brown. Keita's going to have a free throw. Free throw is missed off the mark by Keita. Rebound secured by Oubre. 4-point game, under 3.5 left to go before halftime. If that didn't send a message to Philly, that's going to send a message for them to physically step it up for the remaining game. Jumper, Embiid, around the rim and out. Rebound secured by Keita. Keita's racking up the rebounds. He's got 9 boards right now. Jaylen Brown had the ball poke loose, lost it, stumbled in the deck, got it back though. Pritchard, lob over the top. Keita, tip outside. Tatum elevates on the 3, rips it down the chute. He drills it. Jason Tatum, money from the quarter. Celtics, a 7-point lead, a timeout by Philly. How in the world did that possession turn out to be a 3-point make? That is insane. Jaylen Brown had the ball tipped away from his hand. He dove on the deck, picked it up. Pritchard got it. Baseline dribble, lobbed it to Keita. Keita not in the proper position. In the middle of the key, couldn't alley-oop it. Tipped it off to Tatum in the corner. And Tatum launched a 3 and drilled a missile from the corner. 7-point lead for the Celtics. 50-43 with under 3 minutes left to go before half. Man, Jason Tatum has been brilliant in this series. 14.6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Absolutely fantastic for JT. If you're doing a stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well if you like to be notified for future live streams on the channel. What a start tonight. That's an incredible play that the Celtics just made. Absolutely incredible play that had like a 1% chance of having a basket generated from it. It looked like Jaylen Brown clearly should have turned it over. And then goes diving on the deck for the loose ball to maintain possession, sends it off to Pritchard. Pritchard, a baseline dribble, a lob to Keita, who couldn't alley-oop it. He was too far away from the hoop, so instead he went up, he deflected it off to Tatum, open at the corner, and drilled a three. Wow, that's just incredible team basketball. Yeah, that Magic team has been such a roller coaster. It's all about matchups. That's why I feel like the Celtics are probably better suited playing the Hawks, in my honest opinion. They've had some issues with the Knicks in the regular season. It's all about matchups, and Orlando is a physical team that they play lockdown defense. Detroit, basically the same thing. So they mirror one another. And what the difference maker in that series has been the Magic have a cluster of guys who can go off. Paulo Banchero, Franz Wagner, Desmond Bane, an X factor in that series. They got a cluster of guys that can go off. Whereas the Pistons, they're heavily reliant upon Cade Cunningham, who's recently coming back from injury after missing time with a collapsed lung. So it's a lot of reliance upon him. And then after that, it's Tobias Harris, who's been a pretty solid secondary backup scorer in this playoff series for the Pistons. But he shouldn't really be the number 2 guy. That should be Jalen Duren, who's the number 2 guy this season, who averaged 19 points per game. And Jalen Duren's averaging like 10 points per game in the series. So Jalen Duren, Isaiah Stewart, both of those guys dealing with a ton of foul trouble in this series and limited production. And I said it yesterday on the stream, Jalen Duren looks small. Yeah, he looks small. He's 6'10". The Magic, what they have with their starting 5, Wendell Carter Jr. 6'11", Paulo Banchero, Franz Wagner, both 6'10", Jalen Suggs 6'5", Desmond Bane 6'6". That's their starting 5. A ton of size, a ton of length, and Jalen Duren looks completely small compared to those guys and having a tough time in the series. Embiid, a turnaround jumper over Keita, drills the 2. Down to 2:40 left to go before halftime. You get a 5-point game. Pritchard on the floor alongside Tatum, Keita, White, and Brown. Pritchard at the left wing. Into the hands to Tatum. Tatum dribbles up, drives inside the key. Tatum, kick out quarter. Derek White, 8 on the shot clock. Towards his right off the spin cycle. Had it stripped and stolen by Maxey. Maxey on the floor alongside George, Embiid, Edgecombe, and Oubre. Tyrese Maxey will slow it down. Lobs it off to Embiid, top of the free throw circle. Outside finds Maxey, fires a 3, and buries the 3. Tyrese Maxey, that's a guy that can heat up in bunches. Puts his team winning 2. 13 now by Maxey. Jaylen Brown, crossover, drives on George, inside the key, jumper, mid-range, connects on it. It is good for 2 for JB. 4-point advantage right now for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown pulling up, getting to his spots. And that's what he's known about. Maxey on a 3 off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Tatum. Jason Tatum working his way up on the boards in this game. Up the floor, finding Pritchard, who scores the layup. Philadelphia struggling to get back to play defense. 6-point lead for the Celtics. Peyton Pritchard, 9 points tonight in 14 minutes. Embiid at the wing. Into the hands to Oubre. Oubre drives inside the key, floats up the shot, left off the rim short, tipped up by Tatum off the Brown for the defensive rebound. Jaylen Brown has it up the floor. Jaylen crossover, drives at Edgecombe, inside the key, push pass, 3 at the wing, at Tatum. Off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Maxey. Down to the final minute left to go before halftime. Tyrese Maxey, he's going to slow it down. Outside off to Embiid. Into the hands to George. George at the baseline takes on Pritchard one-on-one. 6 in the timer. Brown comes along for help defense. Edgecombe bounce pass. Maxey outside with Embiid, who tries a three. Bricked off the back rim, no good. It's been a brick fest tonight. Once again for Joel Embiid. Jaylen Brown pull-up jumper. Boomerang on a laser. Tees up the three and buries it. 9-point lead for the Celtics. 57-48, part of a 7-zip run in the last minute 45 clip. Philly with possession, broke it up out of bounds, 21.4 left to go on the game clock. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, the Jays big time showing up. 14 by Tatum, Brown's up to 8. Philly gets the inbound. 10-second differential, shot clock and game clock before halftime. Embiid backs his way on. Queta lost it. Queta picks up the foul. Oof. Wow, that's a tough call going against Queta. Queta cannot believe it. Now, is Joe Mazzulla going to challenge that? That's the question. Oof. That looked like some pretty clean defense by Queta. Yeah, Joe is looking at the monitor. He was thinking about challenging it. He will not. So, Mazzulla will not challenge the foul. Queta just picked up his second. Queta will substitute out. And Philadelphia is in the bonus. Joel Embiid, 2 shots here, coming up at the free throw line. 15.4 seconds left to play. First free throw is good. Wow, imagine having courtside seats and being on your phone throughout the entire game. Like that guy in the TV screen. Yikes. Thousands of dollars worth of money. And right on his phone. Instead of focus right in the game. Second free throw is good. 7-point game. Under 15 seconds left to go before halftime. Peyton Pritchard crosses the timeline. Pritchard looking to make another big shot. The buzzer. Philadelphia will foul. And reach in, defending Pritchard to force a side-in inbound. So they gave one there. So the Celtics would have to reset their offense, and Philly will make a substitution. Joel Embiid will check out. Adam Bona comes in to replace Embiid. Jason Tatum, far side, front court, the inbound passer. Tatum looking for a player to get open. He finds White. Derek White. 5 seconds left to go before halftime. Into the hands to Pritchard. Pritchard at the top of the key. Pritchard takes the three off the turnaround at the buzzer. Close. As it stood dead off the back rim and dropped out. As we go into halftime, it's a 7-point lead by the Celtics. 57-50. That was close to being a buzzer beater by Pritchard. That was a tough, contested turnaround three, too. Off like the opposite pivot foot for him. 7-point lead for Boston going into halftime. Jason Tatum looking really good in the first half. 14 points, 5 for 11 from the floor, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals for JT. A +8 on the court. Jaylen Brown double figures. He has 11. And then Peyton Pritchard off the bench. 9 points in 15 minutes. He's a +16 on the court by Pritchard. All around, everybody chipping in, everybody pulling their weight. Nikola Vucevic, 8 points in 7 minutes. 3 by Baylor Sharman, 2 by Luka Garza. Jordan Walsh, a +5 in the court for him when he's been out on the floor for 6 minutes. Derek White, 4 points. Joling 2 shots out of 4 attempts. Good sign to see by him, making 2 buckets down low. A +8 on the floor for White. And Queta's got 6 alongside 9 rebounds by Queta so far tonight. Yeah, great start by the Celtics here. What's been a physical game. In a game that they haven't shot the three well. And usually it's these types of games that they lose because they don't shoot the three well. They're only 6 for 22 at 27% from three. But they're just playing incredible defense tonight. And they're going to win this game because their defense is spot on. Joel Embiid, 15 points, breaking a bunch of shots, though. He is 0 for 5 from 3, 5 for 13 from the floor. Tyrese Maxey, 13 points, 5 for 10 shooting. It's all about VJ Edgecombe. If VJ Edgecombe can get going, then that flips this game on its head. and Philly probably upsets Boston tonight. But VJ Edgecombe, in the game that he went off, he drilled 6 threes. He went 6 for 10 from 3. All the other games, he was 0 for 16 from 3. Tonight, VJ Edgecombe 1 for 4 from 3, just 4 points in 21 minutes. So, a lot relies upon VJ Edgecombe, and he's having a tough time scoring tonight. Plus, Kelly Oubre Jr., like, he's been MIA this whole series. Not there. Paul George, only 8. And most of his points were scored in the first 2 minutes as he drilled two threes in the first 2 minutes. He's done nothing else scoring-wise ever since. And Embiid's forced into taking a bunch of tough shots, and he's bricked a bunch of those so far. So it's basically Maxey that's carrying the scoring load for Philly, because Embiid has 2 more points, but he has gone to the free throw line on 3 separate occasions, and he's attempted 3 shots greater than Maxey going into half. Yeah, it's... I thought there were supposed to be standalone games on Peacock. It's Peacock/NBC. The schedule is all over the place. I believe the Celtics have played on every single network possible in all 5 games of this series. From Prime to Peacock to ESPN, which they're playing on tonight. Yeah, they played on every single network besides ABC. NBC. Yep. NBC, NBCSN. Let me see. Prime. Oh, no, they did play at ABC, the first one, because I was out of town that day. Yep, they played the first one on ABC. ABC Game 1. NBCSN was the second one, /Peacock. NBC was Sunday. The Friday one was Amazon Prime. This one, tonight's ESPN. Yeah, so they played every single night on a different network for them. For college, I usually go with Providence. That's like my closest team to me. So I'm from Massachusetts. I'm very close to Rhode Island, where I'm from, like 20 minutes away from Providence. I actually do, I work with a couple of D1s for college sports. So I work with Brown, Bryant, and Stonehill I've done games too with for D1s. And then a couple of D3s I do games with. Yeah, Stonehill is supposed to build like a new facility for a basketball arena. I think their basketball arena fits like 1,000 capacity right now, but they moved up to D1 a couple years back from D2, so they're going all in on like a new arena coming soon. If you guys are doing a stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified for future live streams. Very close to Attleboro, Creative Able. Yeah, Los Alette's not too far away from where I am. Hawks and Knicks, that game just tipped off. And then Celtics, if they're able to pull this series out like they should, they'll face the winner of the Hawks-Knicks series. I don't think there's any date yet for that series, because it all depends on when that series wraps up. Oubre been disappointing. He's got 2 points tonight in 19 minutes. Alyssa, welcome in, like in the Magic in 6. So usually after these streams wrap up, I get sent over highlight videos of clips that I post for like shorts. So yesterday's highlight video I posted for a short clip was I did like 6 different clips yesterday from the Pistons Magic game. One of them that I posted was Jamal Cain Magic poster dunk. So basically the dunk of the year. So the like ratio is really good. So it's got 35 likes so far, the short video. But in the comments section, like, I don't know what these people in the world were seeing or commenting on when I did the call for this Jamal Cain poster dunk from last night. One of the guys puts, quote, "Bro, you had no excitement after the dunk. It was insane." And on his comment, it has 8 thumbs up. And the next comment was, quote, "What a terrible call." And then the other person replied back to him, quote, "From the dude talking right." So these clips that I post, I post these clips that I think are really good that I call. If I feel like I make a mistake or like a hiccup during one of the clips, I'm not going to post it. This Jamal Cain poster dunk I thought I called really good. And I like rose up and kind of like, for what they teach you in broadcasting school to broadcast sports is to ride the wave and to basically like ride the wave and go up into the call and like punctuate it after starting off like down and then going up and then back down. So I thought I did a pretty solid job with that. The dunk itself kind of caught me off guard because he went coast to coast off an inbound. And it wasn't like a play that was like towards the tail end of the game off a poster to win the game. Like it was a certain point in the second half, still with a lot of game left to go. I was just stunned to see like that's what we got with like the internet itself in the comment section. Yeah, the Knicks should be up much more in that series. Actually, the Knicks should have that series done with by now. They blew 2 leads that they lost both games by 1. I thought for sure that the first time that they lost, I thought for sure they were going to wrap up that game. Like they led, I think, by like 6 points with 5 minutes left. They had a 14-point lead and then completely gave it away. Oh yeah, I thought it was really good. Like if I think that a clip's not good, I'm not going to post it. Yeah, that should be big there for getting Malik Mack for PC. Big pickup. Yeah, Brian Hodgson hitting these guys on the jackpot with some solid pickups in the portal. Got a bunch of new transfers on their team. Jeffrey, welcome in. Yeah, I heard Mike Vrabel was in therapy. That whole thing that's gone on. My take about that, I think that's completely just blown up out of proportion. The whole Mike Vrabel, Diana Rossini thing that's going on. I guess the people that took the photos, they could possibly get sued for that. With taking photos without others' consent. Yeah, it's still going on, like constant last like 2 weeks about Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini. Like it's still on the internet. Like that's what people are talking about constantly and can't get over. Like Alex Cora got fired a couple of days ago, and then that kind of took away from the whole Mike Vrabel thing. And still, once Cora got fired, Red Sox kept on winning. People have gone right back over to Mike Vrabel, Diana Rossini all over again. Like, it's like constant nonsense picking about that. And I mean, it's a no-no in the journalism industry to be doing that, but I thought it would last like a few days and that's it. Like, it's gone on for weeks now. Like 2 weeks now that they've been talking about it. Like, it seems like it's like developments all over the place. Yeah, congrats out to Mike Tomlin, though. I saw that he's going to be an analyst on Sunday Night Football, the Football Night in America, the pregame show at like 7 o'clock. So he's taking a year off coaching, and I'm excited to hear his insight. Yeah, I heard about that. The Phillies fired their coach, and they were trying to target Alex Cora, and they couldn't get Alex Cora. Here's another thing that I just saw. So this happened right before he started streaming. I saw this as breaking news. NCAA tournament is going to expand to 76 teams starting next year. So the NCAA tournament, March Madness, is going to expand to 76 teams starting next season. That's breaking news as of like 2.5 hours ago. So that brings 8 more teams. So I don't know what the bracket's going to look like. It looks like there's going to be some sort of like mock bracket that gets put out in mid-May for like a timeline, kind of like a structure of how this would go. I would imagine if they're going to do that for an NCAA tournament for 76 teams, you got to include the mid-majors that won their conference, that went like 28-4, 28-5, the really good mid-majors like that missed out. I would hope it would do that instead of benefiting teams that's like Power Fives that get put in that college basketball crown thing that go like 18-16 or like 17-16, like 500 type teams for Power Fives. So like hopefully that would benefit the smaller mid-major schools that make a run all the way to the conference tournament championship but lose. But they dominated their conference regular season. I'm just going to go through. So with a 76-team proposal, I would imagine it would take like the best mid-majors that were left out. UNC Wilmington 27-7, they probably would have made it in. Liberty at 26-8, they probably would have made it in. Yale, which lost to Penn in the Ivy League championship, Yale went 24-7, they would have made it in. Akron went 29-6, they were the MAC runner-up. Or no, they had made it in actually because Miami, Ohio lost to UMass. That's right, Akron made it in. Belmont was the team that Belmont would have, with that new format, they should definitely make it in. 26-6 this year, and lost in their conference tournament. Navy, they went 26-8, but it's kind of an easy conference out of the Patriot. There were 2 good teams this year with the same record out of the Southlands, with Stephen F. Faust and McNeese. McNeese got the auto bid for them this year. So yeah, I would hope that it would benefit those types of teams instead of seeing like Power Fives that are like 18-15 get in with like horrific losses, like hopefully giving the smaller schools a chance. Here we go. Start to the third quarter, going left to right on the floor for the Celtics. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Derek White. Kick out to the corner into the hands to Hauser. Hauser dribbles inside the key, looking to get on the board. He does exactly that. Rattles in the 2 inside the key by Hauser. Randy, welcome back in. Siegel, thanks for joining in. Sorry to hear about that, Jeffrey. Hopefully your team be able to bounce back for the next one. Paul George at the elbow. Takes a tough jumper left off the rim short. And he was looking for the foul, couldn't get it. White, Brown, Cada, Tatum, Hauser, the 5 of the court for the Celtics. Backdoor cutter to the hoop. And Jaylen Brown ducks it home off the assist by Derek White. 11-point lead for the Celtics. Philly with possession. Maxey on the floor alongside Embiid, Edgecombe, Oubre, and George. Maxey at the top of the key, going to slow it down. Maxey glides up, bounce pass Embiid, jumper, 15-footer, settles for another tough jump shot as he missed it, and it goes back to the Celtics. Cada double digits in the rebound column tonight. Jaylen Brown at the wing, takes on Maxey 1-on-1. Brown dribbles up at the free throw circle. Brown, a 15-footer straight away. No good off the back rim. Deflected up to Edgecombe for the defensive board. VJ Edgecombe slides it off to Maxey. Back outside VJ. 1 for 4 from 3. Make it 1 for 5. He needs to hit those if Philly wants to have a chance. VJ Edgecombe 6 for 10 from 3 in the Game 2 victory. The 3 losses, he was 0 for 16. White at the low block, missed off the mark, bumped into and fouled. And 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for Derek White. It's on Edgecombe who picked up the personal. Siegel puts out, Boston baked beans taste better than a Philly cheesesteak. Funny story about a Philly cheesesteak. I think I've only had it once. Because I'm from Mass, so we don't really have Philly cheesesteaks where we are. So my first trip when I went to Niagara Falls, back in like 2007, I went to a Subway, and they had Philly cheesesteak, and we thought it was like a regular steak and cheese, but it wasn't. It was a Philly cheesesteak, and it was terrible. Yeah, it's interesting the different places you go to that it just differs with, like, food choices. Largest lead of the game right now for the Celtics. White was able to bury both of the free throws. Edgecombe drives on Cada, inside the key. A bounce pass, backdoor cutter. Oubre scores, and a foul. And one coming up at the free throw line for Kelly Oubre. And Cada picks up his 3rd personal foul. So back to the call yesterday since we get a free throw. So that was Jamal Cain with a poster dunk. Somebody posted in the chat, worst call of all time. Hey, I'll prove to you it's the worst call of all time. So here we go. Jamal Cain takes up the floor, soars high, dunks it, poster, no foul. There you go. The ultimate Joe Buck. Mitchell, down to the 25. Touchdown, no flags. Jason Tatum at the wing. Dribbles up to the elbow. Outside, off the mark of Vucevic, rolls the backcourt. That was a backcourt violation, charged to Boston. Siegel with a dodo. Let's get that dodo out in the chat here for Siegel. You're the legend, man. Thanks so much, brother. Embiid. Handoff around the perimeter. George off the curl, attacks the paint, skies in, and scores the layup. 9-point game currently. Celtics pass midcourt. Tatum bounce past Brown. Brown with an opening. Brown soars up. Triple team got denied at the rim. It goes back to Philly. Joel Embiid. Into the hands to Oubre. Away from the basketball. We get a player down. It's Maxey. Maxey is hurt. So Maxey was back in the backcourt as he went down. as he was one of the three guys who were flying in for the block, trying to deny Jaylen Brown. So Maxey went down, and he is able to get up to his feet, but we're going to have a timeout here on the floor. 9:12 left to go in the third, and that's been basically the guy who's been able to keep Philadelphia in this series to drop down buckets is Tyrese Maxey. Yeah, Tyrese Maxey is just such an amazing player. Like, even though I'm a fan of the other team, I mean, I gotta tip my cap up to this dude. Like, loved how he played throughout college. My first ever stream, I covered Tyrese Maxey for Kentucky against Michigan State. Covered his first ever game on stream, the Champions Classic. I think that was the first ever stream that got like 2,000 plus views back in November 2019. And then he hit the game-winning dagger in overtime. So just like right when he started college, I knew that this dude was going to be a star in the NBA. It's just this Philly team, like every single year, it's the whole process with Embiid. And like how many more years is it going to take to just move away from Joel Embiid? Yeah, he plays hard. He plays passionate with him. Like they got a good up-and-coming team with these guys. The roster is going to look different in the years to come because Paul George is well past his prime. And then it's all about when Philly wants to move on from Joel Embiid because he's never made it past the second round. And then whenever it comes playoffs, he's never available for the whole series. Yup, way too long of a process. Tatum with 14, Brown's got 13, Pritchard with 9, Vucevic with 8, 6 each by Kata and White. Kata's got 10 rebounds. Tatum's got a double-double, 14 and 10. Embiid 15. He's missed 9 shots. 13 by Maxey, 10 by George. Just a tough game by Edgecombe. If Edgecombe plays like he did in Game 2, then this game's either tied or Philly has the lead. The Edgecombe only 4 points tonight. We are down to 9:12 left to play in the third. So Maxey's back up on the floor. Got knocked down in the back end defensively. One of the 3 players trying to deny Jaylen Brown. Vucevic picks up the foul defending Embiid. This is going to send Embiid to the free throw line to shoot 2. So 2 shots here covered up at the line for Embiid. First free throw is good. Second shot by Embiid is good. It's a 7-point game. Down to 9 minutes left to go. Celtics keep on shutting down the door on Philadelphia. Making a big shot here and there. Vucevic at the top. Hand off Hauser. At the top of the key, takes on Maxey. Slides it off towards his left to Tatum. Jason Tatum a double-double. Defended by Maxey 1-on-1. Tatum drives on Maxey inside the key. Kick out baseline. Brown. Jumper. Low block. No good off balance. Knocked down. And fouled. It's on Oubre who picks up the personal foul. 2 shots coming up in the line for Jaylen Brown. Shannon, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Ken, thanks for joining in. Appreciate you here for finding my stream. First free throw by Brown. Bounced off the rim. No good. Knicks up against the Hawks 27-20. 2:11 left to go in the opening quarter in that game. Celtics, if they do come out, win this series, they've never blown a 3-1 lead, then the Celtics will face the Knicks-Hawks winner in round 2. Second free throw is good by Brown. Just got to keep on shutting down the door. Celtics have done exactly that tonight. Jaylen Brown up to 14. Paul George. Into hands to Embiid, top of the key. Hand off Oubre. Slides it off to George. George at the wing, lobs it over to Embiid. Embiid backs his way, and Vucevic down low off the pivot. Puts it up, left it off the rim. Short it again. Put back, he scores. Yeah, Joel Embiid finally realizes where he has to go with the ball. Just take it right to the low post. Brown. Out on top, Vucevic back into the hands to Jaylen. Jaylen attacks down low, had it poked from his hands, and ought to bounce off the Sixers. Celtics have led. It feels much more than 66% of this game. So they've led 66%. Philadelphia's led 31%. Seems like it's much more than 66%. Philly commits a foul by Embiid off the inbound. And Nick Nurse cannot believe the call. So all of a sudden, this third quarter started to become choppy. Joel Embiid just picked up his third personal. And the Celtics are at the free throw line, and the free throw is good. So Tatum buries the free throw, and the Celtics going to get the basketball back. Huh. So technical. So, yeah, something was said. Something was said directed at the officials, and Joel Embiid got teed up for it. Inbound back to Boston. Jaylen Brown. Around the perimeter, towards his left off the dribble. Brown, turnaround jumper inside the key, off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by George. Philly with possession. Embiid, 15-footer over Vucevic, drills the 2. If he keeps on heating up, then Joe Mazzulla is probably going to want to burn a timeout. This game's starting to get close. 5-point advantage for the Celtics. Embiid's got 21. Tatum sends it out to the wing. Derek White had it poked off of his hands and out off of Edgecombe. Jordan Walsh is going to come in. Jaylen Brown is going to take a seat on the bench. Inbound from Tatum to White. White at the top of the key finds Vucevic. Vucevic outside, back over to White. White taking on Edgecombe. Takes a 3 at the wing. Hit the bottom part of the glass. Offensive rebound by Walsh for a brief moment. Lost it. Battling for the basketball. Jordan Walsh comes away with it. And he draws the foul. 2 free throws coming up in the line by Jordan Walsh. Absolute all-out hustle by Jordan Walsh. Off the bench as he hustles Joel Embiid for the loose ball rebound. Jordan Walsh had it for a moment, and Embiid stripped it. It was loose on the deck. Jordan Walsh came away with it, hustling past Embiid. 1-on-1 against George, followed by George. 2 free throws awaiting Walsh. First one's good. Man, Jordan Walsh is so impactful. Doesn't matter if he's averaging just 2 points per game in the series. Just the little things that he does that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, like locking up Tyrese Maxey in the last game when he was defending him. This time he takes on Maxey. Has to force Maxey to move it off to Embiid. Embiid works his way on Vucevic, down low, powers his way for a backdoor layup. Joel Embiid has found the answer. 66-62. Celtics defense struggling inside the interior to contain Embiid. Tatum at the top of the key off the screen set by Vucevic. Drives on Embiid down low. Tatum out to Walsh. Deflected. Intercepted by Maxey. Maxey up the floor finds George. Kick out. Wing. A three. Edgecombe. Buries it. It's only a 1-point game, and Joe Mazzulla spot on will burn the timeout. 66-65. 15-3 run by Philly. Celtics have all of a sudden gone cold. Yeah, Vucevic, his defense, having a tough time containing Embiid lately. So, Kata's got 4 fouls. See, that's going to be an issue for a large chunk of this quarter until Kata comes back out because he has 4 fouls. So that's why Vucevic has been getting a run at some more playing time, is because Kata's got some severe foul trouble issues now. Yeah, Sam Hauser's had a tough game tonight. I would like to see some more Baylor Sharman minutes. He came off the bench, he drilled a 3. He's only gotten 1 shot up, and now it's the only shot that he had. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. All of a sudden, Joel Embiid is, and instead of shooting deep twos, he's been able to get to the rim and play down low in the post and start to score. 23 by Embiid. He's eating his way down low. Maxey with 13, George with 10. Celtics led by Tatum with 15, Brown with 14. Yeah, Garza's only played 3 minutes tonight. So Vucevic is getting a run at it right now defensively. Yeah, they're probably gonna try Garza and see how it goes. That's what my best estimate would be, because Kata's in some deep foul trouble, but I don't know if that's gonna provide any answers to stop Joel Embiid. They need Kata's physicality back in on the floor. Knicks are looking good early on. 35-22, Knicks up against the Hawks. Yeah, Celtics got to get Pritchard back in for the scoring, too. He's been big-time plus for them today. I've said it, once he's been out on the floor, he looks so much faster than everybody else. So they only had 3 points in the last 3+ minutes. So that's where Philly did some serious damage. Outscored Boston 15-3. Peyton Pritchard today a +16 on the court, the top plus out of anybody. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. We get back to action. Yep, Pritchard's on the floor right now. Pritchard, Brown, Tatum. Jordan Walsh, Nikola Vucevic stays in the court. Bounce pass goes to Brown. Brown takes on Oubre at the low block. Brown backs his way. Turnaround jumper, mid-range, connects on it. Good answer coming back from the timeout for Jaylen Brown. Really needed that one right there to get him the momentum right back in the building. Edgecombe on the floor alongside George, Oubre. Maxey and Embiid. Embiid dunks it right past Vucevic with a slam. Wow, this is going to be a battle to the finish. Celtics struggling to contain Joel Embiid. Tatum Pritchard, guarded by Edgecombe, slides it on top to Vucevic, fires a bullet down low. Walsh covered by Maxey, no good, missed a shot from point-blank range. Rebound goes to Maxey. Philly with a chance to take the lead this possession. Maxey comes off the screen, lines up the three off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Tatum. Jason Tatum, double-double, 15 and 11. Tatum, lob to Brown at the elbow. Defended by Edgecombe, off the pivot, brings along the double team, gets it away, finds Tatum, on top Vucevic, outside Pritchard, pulls up on the three from deep, off the mark, no good, deflected, right back to Tatum for the offensive rebound, steps into a three, bullseye, he's got it! Jason Tatum, money on the second chancer. 4-point lead for Boston. That was a humongous offensive rebound, tipped right back to Tatum. Embiid. Kick out, cross court, Edgecombe on top, finds Maxey, 29-footer, straight away. He buries it. Here we go. The shots start to drop here in the third. Jaylen Brown, crossover, gets past Oubre, right to the cup. Jaylen, kick out, wing with Vucevic, skip pass, corner, three, Payton, Pritchard, buries the triple. Playoff Pritchard, the first made three tonight. Jason Tatum pats Pritchard on the head, a confidence builder for Pritchard, who had been getting all his buckets at the rim until that three. First made three of the game for Pritchard, now 1 for 4 from the perimeter. He is a plus 19 on the court as Philadelphia burns a timeout. What a swing in the game. Absolute momentum swing. Have a guy like Payton Pritchard on the floor. Man, Jason Tatum, something special tonight. 18 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. Jaylen Brown's got 16. That's what this whole series has been about. The 2 Jays plus Pritchard. Second half of this series. Both of the Jays been incredibly consistent right from the start, and then Pritchard 3, 4, and now 5, stepping up in a major way. Yeah, Mr. Top's Payton Pritchard jersey. We actually have the neighbor's dog over for the next week. So he's a golden retriever. His name is Nico. And one of my Patriots t-shirts that I have is kind of ripped. It's a dark blue Patriots t-shirt, so I put him on him. And whenever I play catch, there's a stuffed fish that's like kind of similar to a shape of a football, and they pass it to the golden retriever, and I have him play catch with it. He does a pretty good job when he plays catch. Paul George, follow-away 3 off the back rim, no good as we come back from the timeout. Offensive rebound to Edgecombe. Maxey 3 off the back heel, misfired. Rebound Tatum. And a loose ball foul charge to Tatum. Andre Drummond got knocked down. And this is going to stay Philly ball. Now, if you're the Celtics, Luka Garza's on the floor currently, and Drummond is on the floor. That's actually on Garza. Garza picked up the foul, knocking down Drummond. Tatum was right next to Garza. Goes over to George. George lost, they got stripped. Jordan Walsh the steal, up the floor, finds Brown. Brown to the cup, scores the bucket. 6-point lead for the Celtics. No Joel Embiid on the floor. He started to crack the code offensively. This is the time right now for Boston to go on a momentum run. The 5 of the court look like this for Philly. Maxey, Edgecombe, Andre Drummond, Paul George, and Kelly Oubre Jr. And another turnover. Edgecombe able to cough it up. Garza collected the steal. Pritchard finds Brown. Brown racing to the cup, off to the trailer. Garza left it short, tipped around, and Garza got fouled. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for Boston. Luka Garza bringing energy right out to the Celtics off the bench. So Drummond checks in place of Embiid, and Luka Garza comes in, and Luka Garza started to build the energy for the Celtics. 2 free throws here by Garza. First one's good. This is the time where you get a guy like Luka Garza where Andre Drummond doesn't get in his grill and peels off and just plays drop coverage and allows him to pop up on a three and give him a bunch of space and to drill it. This is the time that we'll see a Garza shot like that, I bet you, at some point in this quarter. Second free throw is good by Garza. Celtics by 8. Right now is the time that they need to go and run away with this thing. 7-zip run of the Celtics in the last minute and 20. Philly with possession. Oubre out on top into the hands to Maxey. Maxey dribbles up to the elbow. Now drives inside the key. Got stripped. Lost it. Turnover. 3-on-1 up the floor. Tatum. Brown back to Tatum. Soars up and he got blocked at the rim. That's now 3 straight turnovers charged to Philadelphia. Man, Celtics defense just took it up to another notch. Jordan Walsh. Spectacular defense. It was actually Brown who pickpocketed it and stripped it off Maxey. Brown has it at the wing. Jaylen Brown takes on George around the outside. Brown towards his right, curls up. Jumper, or no, he went into a jump shot motion, gave it away. Right back to Pritchard. Pritchard pulls up from deep on a 30-foot J. Missed off the mark. Rebound secured by Drummond. 3 turnovers and 3 straight possessions for Philly. Maxey, kick out, corner, 3. Drummond, rainbow, buries it. Andre Drummond has done that time and time again in the series. Just stands open in the corner and able to bury the 3. Both of these teams are 8 for 27 from the perimeter. Jason Tatum at the right wing, weaves his way. Bumped into, and no call by the refs. Tatum steps into a 3 over Drummond. Got it. Bang, a bang, a bang, a JT. Big time from downtown. 21 for Tatum. 4th made 3 in the night. Oubre, no look. Corner, 3. Grimes, right back. Rattles in the 3. 81-76. It's one of the best possessions all game long for Philly. Tatum steps into a 3 off the back rim, no good. Tipped up to the corner, out of bounds. Last off Philadelphia. 2 minutes left to go. It's going to stay Celtics ball. Joel Embiid checking right back into this game at the scorers table as he will re-enter for Andre Drummond. Yeah, Celtics might get a week off if Knicks and the Hawks go 7. They possibly could get like upwards to a week off. Vucevic will check in to replace Garza. So right now, there's Namia's Keita minutes are being taken care of by Nikola Vucevic since Keita's got 4 personal fouls. Inbound goes to Brown. Brown dribbles past 2 defenders. Brown to watch out. Right to the rim. Soars and he scores. Up and in off the backboard. 83-76. Stepping into the jumper. Oubre. Or no, that's George who buries it. It's going to be a 3. 83-79. That should be checked out by the officials there. Tatum bumped into and followed by Grimes. And Tatum's going to have 2 free throws. The Celtics are in the bonus. Yeah, from that angle, it looked like that was very close to a foot being on the 3-point line for Paul George on the last shot. So I wonder if they're going to take a look at that on the last made 3. Right now, as it stands, is a 4-point game at 83-79. 2 shots at the free throw line for Tatum. Tatum tonight, with his 58 double-double in playoff history, he has 22 points and 13 rebounds. First shot's good. Celtics plus 7 as a team on the glass, 35-28. $84.79. Tatum, last one went empty. 5-point game. Jumper, Grimes rattles it in. Quentin Grimes getting shot-making going for Philly. They're finally finding a spark off the bench. Tatum has it at the midcourt logo. He's guarded by Oubre, 101. Screen gets set by Vucevic. Tatum dribbles up, crossover, drives inside the key on Embiid. Over Embiid, scores the 2. Jason Tatum, you the man, baby, you the man. 4-point lead for the Celtics. 24 points, 10 this quarter by Tatum. Grimes, off the mark on a 3. Rebound controlled by Vucevic. 45 seconds left to go. Celtics with a possession. Jaylen Brown slows it down. Crossover at the wing. Takes on George. Drives inside the free throw circle. Outside Tatum. Tatum towards his left. Tatum on a 3-ball. Around the rim and out to rebound. Secure by George. Up the floor goes Philadelphia. Tyrese Maxey slows it down. Tyrese Maxey. Guarded by Walsh, 1-on-1, edge of the midcourt logo. Maxey at the left wing, fires a 3, and buries the triple. 1-point game right now. 10 seconds left to go in the third. Guess who's going to have this ball? Peyton Pritchard. Here he goes, burst of speed, dribbles up low block, kick out, corner 3, Jordan Walsh does the Paul George special from the bubble, side off the glass. And at the end of the third quarter, it's a 1-point lead for the Celtics. 86-85. Anybody's game. And right now, for Boston at home, this is a game that really could teach them a lesson tonight. They won Game 3 on Friday in an incredible battle down to the wire. Peyton Pritchard had a sidestep 3. Jason Tatum had a dagger to put his team up 106-100. And the Celtics were able to win 108-100. Tonight, we could very well see a game just like that at the very end, reminiscent of it. And I mean, I'm all for it. I'm all for the challenge. Celtics got 2 32-point victories out of their system. They had a close win by 8 that was much closer than the 8-point victory indicated in that Game 3 win. They're going to have to earn it tonight. And that's what championship teams do. Championship teams don't shrink in the biggest moment. They earn it when the game is on the line. And you need players to step up, and they're going to have to go out and earn it tonight. Jason Tatum's got 24. I'm going to update that score for you guys. Why did that say 19? Oh, wow. My webpage is stuck for some reason. Only on that one. Yeah, that's odd. It definitely doesn't have 18. There we go. 24. The other one's correct. Yeah. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Tatum with 24. 12 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. Jaylen Brown's got 20. Pritchard with 12. Just got to get other guys to step up in the fourth quarter. Plus, Kata did not play at all in the third quarter. Or he might have, but he played very little. Yeah, Kata's barely played. He's played just 16 minutes tonight. Played 16 minutes. He hasn't played in a long time for Kata. Embiid is at 29 minutes. Maxey with 19. Embiid leads the way with 25. Paul George 13. Quentin Grimes. That's why Philly is down by 1. Quentin Grimes 12 points, drilling 3 threes off the bench. Celtics got an advantage here. If they can come out, win this game instead of giving Philly the momentum and the energy back for a Game 6, you got to come out. You got to win this one if you're Boston. Because you don't want to give Philadelphia signs of life. If you give them signs of life, then anything could happen. Because it goes to Philly for a Game 6. Philly's got all the momentum. In a Game 7, who knows what happens in a Game 7. Usually comes down to role players stepping up, making big shots. There was a Game 7 from like 4 years back that it legit came down to Grant Williams burying a bunch of threes to knock out Milwaukee in round 2. If you're doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well. Yeah, same with me. Hoping that Jaylen Brown can step up big time in this fourth quarter. Maxey launched a 3 off the back room, no good. A rebound was collected by Edgecombe on the offensive glass. Back to Philly. Paul George for the lead. A laser beam. He's got it. 88-86. Thanks for joining in for the Philippines. We got Ryan on the channel. Hit us up in the chat who you guys got for this one here. Celtics, Sixers, type it in. First lead by Philly since 17-16. They were down as many by 13 at one point in this game. Jaylen Brown pushing off. It's an offensive foul. Ah, man, that's a tough one on Jaylen Brown. 13-point game. It's a 15-point swing. Yeah, he pushed off on Paul George. Jaylen Brown pushed off around the perimeter on Paul George, got called into offensive foul. That's now 2 fouls charged to Jaylen. George, again, 3 off the back rim, misfired. Rebound by Pritchard. Pritchard on the floor alongside Cada, White, Sharman, and Brown. Tatum right now on the bench at the moment. Pritchard dribbles up, low block, circles around, back out to the corner. Baylor, Sharman, baseline dribble. Bounce pass and missed the mark. It's a terrible turnover. That's a big U. That's a big U pass right there. Not on the same page. Baylor, Sharman not on the same page with Derek White on that possession. Under 11 minutes left to go. 11 turnovers by the Celtics, 7 by Philly. Tyrese Maxey finds Grimes. Offensive foul. Peyton Pritchard knocked down. A turnover, Philly. Who wants it more? That's going to be the question. Celtics better answer it if they want it more. Peyton Pritchard trying to come around the screen and the legal screen set by Paul George. Celtics with the basketball. Pritchard finds Cada. Handoff Pritchard. Edge of the midcourt logo. Cada sets the screen. He rolls down. Pritchard dribbles up to the elbow. Outside into the hands to White. Derek White, 4 points for him tonight. Looking to add to it. Bounce pass into the hands to Brown. Jaylen Brown dribbles up. Fall away jumper. High arcer at the baseline. Off the mark. No good. Edgecombe secures the defensive rebound. Nothing going on for the Celtics offense right now. Joel Embiid working on Cada. Jumper mid-range. Drills the 2. That's a possession there. You got to tip your cap off to Joel Embiid for knocking down a 14-foot J. 4-point game. 27 by Embiid. Jaylen Brown curls up to the elbow. Brown, leaner over George. No good. Try to tip it in. Smashed off the glass. And the defensive rebound goes to Maxey. Physical battle right now. Edgecombe from deep. Off the back rim misfired. A rebound secured by Boston. And the Celtics going to take the timeout. Timeout Boston. 9:51 left to go. Nothing going on for the Celtics offense. They're stagnant. All of a sudden, they're just stagnant. Wow, this looks exactly like the game last night. Got bodies flying everywhere. Players breaking a bunch of shots. Celtics have got outscored 40 to 29 in the second half. Man, they just cannot hit a shot here in the fourth quarter. 24 by Tatum, 20 by Brown. Pritchard with 12. These guys just cannot buy a bucket. Still, there's 9:51 left to go. And this is where champions are made of. If they got to treat this like a Game 7. Celtics need to treat this like a Game 7 that they're playing for their playoff lives, because you don't want to give Philly any sort of signs of hope for them. End the series now instead of traveling back to Philly for a Game 6. And then who knows what happens in Philly in Game 6 on Thursday. And then if there's a Game 7 Saturday, then forget about it. Take all the records out the window. Anything could happen. It's a Game 7. Players play tight. Players rise up and become the star. Players struggle and crack down in the big moment. Can't give Philadelphia any signs of life. You got to go in, 5-game advantage, win this in 5, and then you get potentially 5 days worth of rest, up to a week's worth of rest, depending on what the Knicks-Hawks series does. Knicks are crushing the Hawks right now, 49-32, midway in the second. Celtics got home court, so Celtics are the 2 seed, Philly's the 7 seed. So if there is a Game 7, it would go back to Boston. I also plan on being live tomorrow. I'm not sure which stream I'm going to cover tomorrow just yet. It's either going to be the Pistons Magic or it's going to be Cavs Raptors. So it's going to be one of those that I plan on covering tomorrow. I did the Pistons Magic last night. I'm going to see what other people decide to take because the numbers for the views were not that great on that stream. I think it was because it was such a crowded stream. So many people streamed the Magic Pistons last night. So I'm going to see what other people are taking and then decide what I do tomorrow. But I plan on doing one of those Eastern Conference games tomorrow. And then for some reason, if we do have a Game 6, I'll be back on Thursday as well. If not, I'll cover another series for a Game 6 on Thursday, whatever the earlier one is. I think it will be the Hawks-Knicks for Game 6. Jeffrey, welcome in. Looking for Tatum to make one more shot tonight. Tatum's got 24. Yeah, Tatum playing pretty well tonight. 12 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. We get back to action. Kata, hand off to Derek White. Derek White at the top of the key. Philadelphia has outscored the Celtics 14-3 since 1:51 left to go in the third. Double clutch shot. White, no good, left it short. Rebound secured by Maxey. 5 in the court for the Celtics. Tatum, Brown, White, Sam Hauser, Neemias Queta, Tyrese Maxey towards his left off the dribble. Maxey into the hands to Grimes. Drive, slice of the feathers, kick out, corner, Edgecombe. Around the perimeter finds George. George's 3 left off the rim. A rebound goes to Tatum. Jason Tatum with his 14th rebound of the night. Brown up the floor. Brown bounce pass corner. Hauser up fake. Takes the jumper from the corner. He buries it. Sam Hauser finally on the board. Drills a 3. Big one in the game. He's got 5. 1 point game. 8:40 left to play. Tyrese Maxey past midcourt. Maxey towards his left. Off the mark looking for Embiid. Embiid had to backpedal and get it. Embiid jumper 15-footer. Drills it. Man, Joel Embiid looking like his MVP self right now in the second half. Tatum. Off the Queta screen, towards his left, slides it off to Hauser. Hauser with that 3 building confidence, back into the hands of Tatum, whips it off to Hauser, push past the corner. Brown launches the jumper from the corner, off the mark, no good. A rebound, secured by Maxey. Sixers with possession, 3-point lead for Philadelphia. Tyrese Maxey, edge of the midcourt logo, dribbles, drives, right down the lane inside, got past Queta, right to the cup, scored a 2. 5-point advantage for Philadelphia. Jaylen Brown. Working on Edgecombe at the free throw circle. Brown looks to move it back outside to the perimeter. He does into the hands to White. Outside Queta slides it cross-court Hauser. Bounce pass Brown. Back on top. Hauser launches the 3. Oh, he drills it. Sam Hauser once again. Trifecta from the perimeter. Sam Hauser heating up in a big way right now. Back-to-back 3s. Under 7.5 left to go. Pocket pass, Maxey, Embiid at the top. Embiid, handoff, Grimes. Fouled. He's going to have 3 shots here coming up at the free throw line. Bad shooting foul by Sam Hauser. Trying to come around to defend. Quinn and Grimes got there too late, knocked him down on the 3. Yeah, that's a bad foul. Just let him shoot the 3. Don't get any hands on him. He got his hand in his upper chest and in the back area to commit the foul. 2 shots, or 3 shots at the line. First one is good by Grimes. Gonna have 2 more. Quentin Grimes has been really good off the bench tonight for Philly. Second free throw is good. He's got double figures. 14 points by Grimes. Yeah, Sam Hauser had an incredible 3, and then he just does the worst possible case in the defensive side of the floor and gives up 3 free throws to be made by Quentin Grimes. All 3 go down. 5-point advantage for Philly. 16 for 19 tonight by Philly at the line. Celtics only 11 for 16. Tatum dribbles up to the elbow. Now inside the key. His pass broken up out of bounds. It's going to stay Celtics ball. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. We got 300 plus watching right now tonight. You guys, the real legends, MVPs out here on the channel. Jason Tatum, near side front court. It's going to be the inbound passer. Tatum guarded by Edgecombe, finds Brown at the wing. Jaylen Brown turns the corner, lobs it up over the top. Keita goes up, gets it, and one for Neemias Queta. Terrible foul by Philadelphia. Keita wasn't even going up at full flight off the alley-oop. He couldn't dunk it. Keita couldn't dunk that home. And he put it up over the top. It's a little bit too far back to go for an alley-oop. If he tried to dunk it, he would have had to lunge forward. Terrible foul charge to Quentin Grimes. Keita bricked the free throw. Offensive rebound controlled by Brown, though. Hauser steps into a 3 off the back rim misfire. Tipped up by Keita, deflected around. And it goes to Tatum for another offensive rebound. To the corner, White. No good on a 3, misfired off the rim. A rebound secured by George. Philly with possession. Down to 6:40 left to go. Tyrese Maxey shovels on top into the hands to Embiid. Joel Embiid back outside off to Maxey. Maxey lost it, turnover. Turnover by Philadelphia. Celtics locking them down that possession. Boston has the basketball back. Neemias Queta at the top. Queta looking for a handoff, gives it off to Tatum. Tatum rises for the jumper, well off the mark on a 3, into the hands to Maxey. Celtics just not hitting their shots tonight from 3. Boston as a team just 11 for 37, 30% from the perimeter. Paul George at the left wing, into the hands to Embiid. Backs his way on Derek White at the low block. Kick out to the wing. Grimes fires the 3, buries the triple. 6-point lead for Philly. Quentin Grimes has been on point tonight. Celtics with possession. Pass got broken up all the way to the backcourt. Brown maintains it for the Celtics here. Going to capitalize in this possession for Boston. Jaylen Brown's absolutely hounded by Quentin Grimes. And Quentin Grimes has been a gigantic killer tonight. Brown, 18-footer. That is well off the mark. Had a launch. The shot clock was down to 0. Rebound secured by Edgecombe. Wow, this defense for Philly has had their coming out party in the second half. Joel Embiid inside the low post. Fall away over Keita. High Yorker got it. Oh, man. 8-point lead right now. Celtics will burn a timeout. 102-94. Yeah, exactly. Celtics are settling for way too many threes. They're just not hitting their shots tonight. 11 for 37 from the perimeter. Their best style of play tonight was when they were attacking, getting downhill, getting to the rim. Celtics plus 6 points in the paint, 40-34. Yeah, Celtics bricking 3s in half 2, and then Joel Embiid just going off. $31 points now for Embiid. Quentin Grimes, 18 off the bench with 4 made threes. 18 points in 20 minutes, a plus 11 on the floor for Grimes, a plus 12 by Embiid. Well, that's what Philly fans hoped for, was to get Embiid back, put pressure on the Celtics. And right now they're applying some serious pressure, up by 8. Championship teams come back and win games in crunch time when they're down by single digits. This is a great opportunity for the Celtics to show something right here. Down by 8, 5:16 left to go. Show that these guys, that they've never quit, never given up, always playing to the final buzzer. And This is a big 5-16 for them. Big 5-16, but they got to start by getting to the rim. And they just cannot be settling for threes because they're just bricking shots. They're bricking their threes left and right tonight. It's disappointing. They had a 13-point lead. Celtics down to 2 timeouts. Philly with 3 timeouts. Right now they're on the ropes. They're in the largest deficit of the game. It ain't over till it's over, but based on the way that they've shot the 3, it's probably not going to be by any means from the 3 ball. Like, nobody shot well tonight from 3. Jason Tatum, he's 4 for 12 from the perimeter, so he leads the team in 3-point shot making tonight. Pritchard's just 1 for 5. Jaylen Brown 1 for 3. Or 1 for 4. White's 0 for 3. Vucevic is 2 for 5. Just 11 for 37 tonight. And usually based on those games the Celtics play, when they shoot a percentage at like around 30%, those games usually result in a loss. But, I mean, still hope. Gotta get it to the rim. Your best case for Boston is to put pressure at the rim and score at the rim and hope for some and ones. That's the best chance right now, is to hope for some and ones. Because the threes are not happening. So you're going to have to generate 3-point plays that way. Keita has it the elbow. Bounce pass underneath Tatum. Backdoor, no good. Missed the layup. That's one that he usually makes. A little bit off balance going inside there. Tatum blew the layup. Under 5 minutes left to go. Philly with possession. George on the floor alongside Edgecombe. Embiid double team. Embiid clobbered by Keita. 2 free throws covered up by Embiid. Maxey, Grimes, George, Embiid. There was a 5th player out on the floor as well. Once he comes up into the quarter screen, Embiid took a tough fall backwards. His head snapped, too. That's a hard fall backwards by Embiid. Celtics having some serious issues in the second half, containing Joel Embiid down low. Yeah, Nikola Vucevic did not stand a chance defending him tonight. Two shots by Embiid. The first one is good. This is looking like a 10-point deficit for Boston. And Keita's got 5 fouls. Yeah, they've got 4:52 to turn things around. Or there's going to be a stream on Thursday that takes place on the court of Philadelphia. Second free throw is good. 104-94. Derek White, crossing the timeline. At the top of the key, takes on Grimes. White puts the ball into the hands to Brown. Jaylen Brown guarded by George, 1-on-1. Jaylen Brown, jumper, 18-footer, straight away over George, around the rim and out, tipped off the glass. Keita couldn't squeeze it. Defensive rebound, hauled in by Paul George. 4.5 remaining in this game. Philadelphia with a chance to slow it down, burn some clock. Joel Embiid takes on Keita, playing with 5 fouls. Embiid backs his way to the low block. Working on Keita, 1-on-1. The follow-away baseline over Keita, off the back rim, no good. Tapped off the glass. Tatum controls the defensive rebound. That's now 15 rebounds by Tatum tonight. Kick out, corner, 3, White, off the back rim, no good. Smashed off the glass. Huge rebound, hauled in by Keita. And it's a foul down low, charged to Grimes, defending Keita. That's a reach-in foul. And not in the bonus just yet for the Celtics. 4:04 left to go. 2 timeouts remaining for Boston, 3 timeouts remaining for Philly. Gonna make a shot right here off the inbound. Peyton Pritchard will check in. Sam Hauser will take a seat on the bench. Tatum on the court alongside Pritchard, White, Brown, and Akeda. Tatum, the inbound passer, far side front courts, needing to get to an open player. He finds Kada, edge of the midcourt logo. 12 in the timer, 4 minutes left to go. Pritchard dribbles up inside the key. Pritchard, a jumper, low block, no good. He missed it off the mark. That's always his shot, and he just could not score that from an easy one that he usually gets. 3 for 17 from the floor in the fourth quarter by the Celtics. Maxey buries the J. 12-point lead for Philly. Celtics having some issues in a Tuesday. Same as that case as last week. Jaylen Brown at the wing. Bumped into and fouled. Completely falling apart. They cannot score. Wow. They just cannot score. Same as that case on the Tuesday night. Inbound goes back to White. Derek White at the top of the key takes on Edgecombe. Lob sent to Tatum. Gotta go for Boston. Tatum tears it over. Stripped out of bounds. Went off Tatum. Philadelphia basketball. It's looking like we're gonna go to a Game 6 on Thursday. Philly with possession, approaching 3 minutes left to go. They're going to take some clock down. Philly has outscored the Celtics 21-8 in this fourth quarter, and that's embarrassing, scoring just 8 points in the quarter. That 3 was well off the mark by Grimes. Gives the Celtics signs of life, got to cut it down to at least 10. Brown, inside the key, outside to the corner. Too much time coming off the clock. Tatum, a shovel pass. Runner missed off the mark. Tatum put back, no good off the mark, was fouled. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line by Tatum. Nobody can get a point. Nobody can score. Everybody's called. Bummer tonight, man. I never see the Celtics like this where everybody's stuck and can't score. That just hasn't been what they're made of this year. Like, it's usually when the whole team's off, at least somebody is able to step up. Nobody is able to step up. Everybody's called at the same time. Jason Tatum being attended to. He's got a cut on his finger for Tatum, so he's being checked out during this timeout. We're going to have a timeout, and then Tatum's going to have 2 free throws coming up. Actually, no, that was a brief 30-second timeout, so they're going to stay here. So Tatum's going to have 2 free throws. I'll be back live for Game 6 on Thursday. And also, we'll be back live with another stream tomorrow. I'm not sure exactly who. Just, yeah, either Pistons Magic or Raptors Cavs. First free throw was missed by Tatum. Second free throw in and out. Wow, nobody is seeing the rim properly in this quarter. Nobody can score a point. There's no points. Yeah, this is just unfortunate. Total heartbreak tonight. Gotta redeem yourself in the next game. Edgecombe and the dagger. 15-point lead for Philly. 12-zip run. The Celtics ran out of steam. Everybody's cold in the fourth quarter. Absolute bummer tonight. Celtics were rolling. Looked like they were going to take care of business. And then Edgecombe pulls up, gets the dagger. Fans head out towards the stands. Jaylen Brown in the bonus going to have 2 shots. First one's good. I have not seen a performance in the second half this bad offensively for the Celtics in a long time. I think since the regular season last year when they got locked up against OKC and got limited to like 12 points in the fourth quarter. That's like the last time I've seen an offensive performance this bad. Only 9 points this entire quarter. Always next game up mentality, but this should have been closed out tonight. And that gives question marks going into the next game of the series because it gives Philadelphia all the signs of hope to come on back, and Philadelphia knows what they have to do, and that is to pound it down low with Joel Embiid and force Kata into foul trouble, because if that happens, which has happened throughout the course of the series, Nikola Vucevic does not stand a chance defending Joel Embiid down low. Maxey stripped and fouled. Free throws are they in the bonus or no? They're not. Or Beg might. Yeah, they're going to have a side and inbounds. Celtics put their bench in. Ugo Gonzalez, Ron Harper Jr. come in. Man, just disappointing collapse in this fourth quarter. Absolutely disappointing collapse. Should have had this game wrapped up and over with a series tonight. I'll be back live tomorrow. Either Pistons Magic or Cavs Raptors. One of those. Inbound goes to Maxey. Tyrese Maxey dribbles up to the key. Follow a jumper. Drills the two. 111-96 Philly. On to the next one. Get their focus back for taking Game 6 at Philly. They got to really key in now on Joel Embiid. And they got to really, really key in on Embiid. Because Embiid tonight, after a really slow start, he got it going in the second half. He did not have an efficient start in this game. Joel Embiid kept on settling for threes. He kept on settling for jumpers. It looked like it was going to be a long night for Philly based on how they started off the game in the opening quarter. Both teams are stone cold, bricking shots. Celtics got up by 13, and all of a sudden Philadelphia got red hot in the second half. They found something with Joel Embiid putting Kata into deep foul trouble, Joel Embiid posting up, scoring down low, and yeah, Nikola Vucevic, no chance stopping Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid was too good tonight, and Joel Embiid looks like his former self. And if he plays like that again, then we're probably looking at a Game 7. Scary thing is for Philly is that Embiid, he had 33, Maxey had 25, Edgecombe only had 10. If Edgecombe is drilling his shots, then yeah, we're definitely looking at a Game 7. And that's not good. But again, for the Celtics, I mean, they're getting point production out of Tatum and Brown. 24 by Tatum, 22 by Brown. Tatum had a big game on the glass with 16 rebounds. Pritchard with 12. They got to find more consistency out of three guys. They got to have 4, 5, 6, 7 guys step up and score double figures. That's an issue for them. Like, Tatum, Brown, Pritchard, double figures. But again, it's another game where nobody else reaches the double-digit mark scoring. And that's going to have to change because those guys, White, Kata, Hauser, for sure, capable of getting their double figures. Vucevic, those guys need to score in double figures. Sharman, no good on the three, missed off the mark, battle for the rebound, tipped up to Philly. So we're down to the final minute left to go. Absolute bummer tonight for the Celtics, how they crumbled and couldn't score in this fourth quarter. Just 10 points this entire quarter. Yes, I plan on being back live on Thursday night. Yeah, hopefully no sign of a Game 7. I have no clue when the Game 7 would be. I actually have a doubleheader for softball on Saturday at 12 and 2. So if it's during the afternoon, I wouldn't be able to cover Game 7 if there was an afternoon Game 7. First shot is good by Dominic Barlow. $30 left to go. Ugo, spin cycle. Ugo, dump off down low. Amari Williams blew the layup. Offensive rebound back to Amari. Foul. 24 seconds left. Yeah, something's really off with Derek White. Amari Williams splits the free throws. Just his point production just hasn't been there. He has taken a huge dip downwards. He hasn't scored 20 points in basically a month and a half for Derek White. Philadelphia takes this game today. They force a game 6. Gotta tip your caps off to Philly for half number 2 in this game. For the Celtics, that was not a good showing in the fourth quarter offensively. 11 points in the fourth quarter as this game goes final. 113-97 the final score. Hopefully a better game out of the Celtics on Thursday. I'll be back live Thursday night for Game 6. No reason why this should have went into a Game 6 tonight. This Celtics team led by 13. Looked like they were going to run away with it. And then Joel Embiid turned back the clock and became Joel Embiid of the past at an MVP level. And he dominated down low in the second half. And nobody could provide a stop. Nobody could stop Joel Embiid. And he just ate his way down low to victory. 33 by Embiid, 25 by Maxey. Sad part about it is for the Celtics defense, they allowed Quentin Grimes to shoot circles all over them tonight. Quentin Grimes finished with 18 points, a plus 18 off the bench with 4 made threes. He was an X factor, a difference maker, winning this game for Philly. Celtics relying upon 3 guys tonight. 24 by Tatum, 22 by Brown, 12 by Pritchard. Pritchard got to the rim. Struggled from 3, just 1 for 5 from 3. But, I mean, there's no balance. Like, usually there's scoring balance for this team. And, man, poor Derek White. I mean, he just cannot make shots. He's had so many good looks, too, from the corner. And he is struggling to score. Like, keeps on shooting his team out of the game again. He had some good looks from 3. He just couldn't hit any of them. He was 0 for 4 from 3 tonight. So another tough game out of him. Keita got into deep foul trouble, and he racked up 9 rebounds in the first quarter. Ended up finishing with 14 in the game, but he picked up 5 fouls, limited him. It was 26 minutes they played. It felt like much less than 26 because he wasn't out there for a big chunk in the third. And then Vucevic just could not stop a fly. He had no chance defending Embiid. And, yeah, Sam Hauser was a major negative. He did drill 2 threes back-to-back by Hauser, but defensively he got burned and picked apart tonight for him. 8 points by Hauser. He had a terrible foul on the 3-point shot. He was a minus 21 tonight by Hauser. And yeah, he had a rough game, so hopefully these guys able to step up in the next one, because it's basically the Jays and Pritchard, that's it. And throughout the season, it was everybody with balance. Like, everybody was chipping in, playing in a key role. And then in the playoffs, it's those role players have completely gone away tonight. So hopefully they find that again and drill their shots in the next one. Tough game from 3. Usually when they shoot that bad from 3, it results in a loss. And tonight, 28% from 3, 11 for 39. Resulted in an L for the Celtics. Could not get anything going in the second half. Thanks for joining in today. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm not sure exactly yet which game I'll be covering, but it's either going to be Pistons Magic or Cavs Raptors. Feel free to come on back for that one. Also hoping to cover Game 6 Celtics Sixers on Thursday. Thanks all for joining in. Congrats out to Philly. And we got a series. This one's still going on. 3-2. Celtics lead the series. Philly takes Game 5 as they were facing elimination. Able to stave off elimination and keep playing another game. And we will close out to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. We got Jason, John, Michael, Bradley, Joe, Lonely Satellite, Warren, the Naja Player, Norma, Polson, Kelly, Ogie, Russell, Rydog, Astros Fan for Life, All on the Prowl, I Am Ghost, Ian, Edith, Ice Ice Baby, SGA Sports Talk, Elaine, Kilo Pitts, Yvonne, and Otamura. Thanks for joining in tonight as the Sixers stunned the Celtics. They were a 10.5-point underdog. Sixers win 113-97, the final score. Sixers will host Game 6 on Thursday against the Celtics as this series is still going on. Thanks all for joining in, and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night.